Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the expansion team, the Fireballs, making their debut, taking on the Chargers. With that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition here of our Spring 24 Battle Court season. Andrew Bleckman joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you all 6 matches today. How you doing, Stu?
Very well. Looking forward to seeing this expansion team Fireballs and how they play. Some exciting action ahead of us now for about the next 2 hours, Andrew.
Yes, expansion team making their debut, but #1 player coming out here for the Fireballs right away. Guy that you may be familiar with, that is Inaki. Good to have him back here. Dealt with some injuries last season. Didn't see him a whole lot, but he is eager to get back there out on the court with this new expansion team. His opponent, Zuleika, 3rd season here in Battle Court, won a championship in his 1st season with the Chargers. Looking to add a 2nd one. Ready to go here with our opening match. This will be a top-ranked singles match. Always fun to start off the day like this, Stu.
Absolutely, Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin the first match of the day. Inaki will have the serve for the Fireballs. Receiving, Zuleika for the Chargers. Inaki serves. Our match day has begun. Rebote from the forehand by Inaki. Cut off by Zuleika. Rebote left side. Stays to the inside. Little clip. Zuleika's got it. Catch by Inaki. Carom by Inaki. Stop by Zuleika. He gets that off in time with the carom. It will score. Well played by both of these aggressive front courters. First point of the game day goes to Zuleika of the Chargers.
Well, that's a bit of a different shot for Zuleika. Last season probably would have blasted that low and hard back to the inside. This season with Inaki trapped there on the inside, just went for that 2-wall, high bounce 2-wall, working perfectly there.
Goal here in Jai-Alai, throw the ball where your opponent is not. Again, it can only touch the floor once after a player makes a throw. Here's a serve by Zuleika. Backhand by Inaki. Rebote forehand. Inaki to the inside. Inaki from the forehand at the 7 line. Zuleika looks for the rebote, plays it from the forehand. 2 pass. Rebote left side, low to the inside. Zuleika's there. Dos Paredes, the 2-all, is out. We're tied up 1 point apiece. Inaki serves for the Fireballs. Want to throw that shot? Got to keep it in. For those of you who may be new to Battle Court or new to Jai-Alai, those boundary lines marked in red on the ground, ball has to be within those boundary lines. Can't even touch the line. If it touches the line, it's out. Beautiful serve by Inaki. There's the backhand. Rebote, forehand, powerfully thrown by Inaki. Rebote forehand by Zuleika. Catch by Inaki, backhand from the 9 line. To the inside. Rebote forehand. Inaki will save the forehand rebote. Zuleika attacks at the 4 line. Carom, Inaki reads it, stops it, returns it high, 2 pass and score. 2 points for Inaki of the Fireballs. He serves. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. The first player to reach 6 points will win the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
And it's been almost, what, 2 full seasons since we've seen Inaki healthy?
Inaki's been out. He had an injury beginning the season with that wrist. He gets a good read on this 2-wall, stops it before it touches the net, and throws it right past Zuleika on the inside. Well done by Inaki.
Yeah, if he throws that a little lower, Mike gives Zuleika a play on it, chooses the higher throw, got it by him in the air.
Smart play.
Points over.
Very smart play. Beautiful catch by Zuleika. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand high to the front wall. Zuleika has it at the 9 line. Rebote left side 2-all, opens up. Zuleika stops it. Gets it off in time. That big bounce carom stopped by Inaki, but he grabbed that screen with his left hand, which is a loss of point. That point goes to Zuleika. We're tied up at 2-2.
Second time that Zuleika's had it there on the outside. Second attempt on the high bounce carom.
But gotta say, this is something that we've seen Douglas use with a high degree of efficacy. Inaki read it well. He got there. It was just like a one step off.
Yeah.
But good read. Backhand by Inaki, passes. Robote. Forehand outside placement, outside of play. 3 points for Inaki. He serves.
Zuleika has just so many shots that he can throw, choosing the outside placement off the Robote right there. And the key is just keeping him in the court. We've already seen that Costado 2-wall landing wide, outside placement landing wide. He's given Inaki 2 to 3 points up on the board. Could be a completely different set.
Here's a backhand by Zuleika. Inaki on the forehand from the 9 line. Forehand to pass. Robote, that rebound off the back wall. Beautifully caught by Inaki. Inaki hard to the inside. Zuleika with the read. Backhand by Inaki. Robote left side. Caught the forehand of Zuleika. Beautiful scoop by Inaki at the 8 line. Zuleika shoots the 2-all, it opens and scores. Beautifully executed by Zuleika. We're tied up again, 3-3. First to 6, we'll win the set.
Now that should give him some confidence as we move through this set and the rest of the match. First Costado 2-all that Zuleika's landed this season. It's perfect as we've seen him last year, Stu.
Be able to turn that from anywhere on the court is a real asset. There's a few guys that can do it. Obviously, we saw Goshari doing that for Renegades Friday night. Good deep serve by Zuleika. Scoop attempt tipped at the 9 line. Zuleika will step in front with 4 points. Inaki receives with 3. Zuleika has the serve for the Chargers.
We saw on Friday night some of the catching not quite where we left off 2023, and that's got to be the case with Inaki as well. He said nearly.
That's a tough one. The closer the ball is to the side wall. I mean, people hear me say that if you pay attention to battle court, you hear me say this over and over and over again, but side wall is your friend. If you're a highlight player, of course. Robote coming in low. Played from the forehand of Zuleika. Robote left side, 2-all with a light touch. Zuleika reads it, stops it. Hard throw to the inside will score. Possible set point for Zuleika. He has 5 points.
Well, after he established the kill shot from the outside, goes for that cortada, low and hard. You see Inaki, look at where he is. He's center court, maybe expecting that carom, leaving a little bit of space. Zuleika found it. Well done, 5-3 lead, looking to close out this opening set.
Excellent catch by Inaki off a beautiful serve by Zuleika. Robote forehand, wall to wall. Robote forehand, 2 pass.
Got away.
Hits the overhead screen, that's out of play. Point and set to Zuleika. 2 minutes go up onto the board. We will come back out and play our second set in just 2 minutes.
A couple unforced errors early on kept that scoreline close. A nice late run by Zuleika. He takes that opening set 6-3. Got to go back all the way to season 2 of Battle Court. We're now in season number 5. For the last time, we have a full season with Inaki healthy. In singles, in 6 matches, went 4-2. In both of his doubles teams, plus 500. So this is a guy here for this expansion franchise that if he plays well, now they can be one of the top front quarters on this roster. As can that guy right there, Zuleika for the Chargers, already led his team to a championship. That was back in his opening season of play. Was in the spring of 2023, just about a year ago, a little less than a year ago, where he raised that trophy. Looking good so far today after a couple early misses. Here's the carom by Inaki. Look at Zuleika moving to the outside, tracks it down, avoids the screen with his offhand. Then that little high bounce carom beats Inaki to the net. That's well done. See that one, Inaki just does get to it, ball kicked way up, and then lost his balance, grabbed the net with his offhand. Can't push that net out of the way. Give yourself some space to throw. That is a loss of point for Inaki, then the Costado 2-all. Picture perfect. That's the Fireballs team there. A lot of new faces to this Fireballs roster. So, Stu, perhaps from left to right, you see Inaki there. There's Cabrera behind Inaki, Jedden.
With the hoodie, Jedden with the hat.
There's Ferronda in the middle, no hood. And then to the right of him, that is Amiga Reina. I think the only person we don't see there is Hernandez, fourth-ranked player.
He's in the back working on his front court game. As anyone who knows Jai-Alai knows, he's been world champion backcourter before. We're going to see him playing in the front court today.
Yeah, a couple guys with combined a bunch of years of Jai-Alai experience to what, 50 years plus between the new 4 players that are coming out of this team. So
no, literally, if you add them all up,
right.
Hernandez,
Yeah.
that's 20, 40,
maybe
60.
closer to 80.
Yeah, you're close to 100 years of Jai-Alai experience on that Fireballs team.
Yeah, I think people may be sleeping on this Fireballs team. Some good front quarters, some really solid back quarters as well. And just because they haven't been playing here in this Battle Court League doesn't mean that these guys are any less of a 1 or a 2. I mean, Ferronda, when he played well, national tournament took out a player like Zuleika. He's a 2 for the Fireballs. And you got Inaki, who, and when we've seen him play well, he's one of the top players on this roster. Should be a fun season here with this 6th team. Ready to go here with set number 2. Inaki will have the serve.
Ready to begin our second set. Inaki serves. Backhand by Zuleika to the inside. Robote, left side by Inaki. Zuleika's there. Robote left side to the inside, beautifully played by Inaki. That's a good catch. Zuleika's committed. That lands in and scores. Zuleika gets the first point of the second set on a Costado 2-all. Zuleika serves.
What I love about his 2-all is he is so committed every time he throws it. Look at this, on the inside, Inaki's already moving that way. He tells him to go get it. And with that cut, look at how close it lands to the boundary line. It'll be tough for anybody to reach those. Well done by Zuleika. Second successful Costado 2-all. Brings him a 1-0 lead in the second set.
Inaki from the backhand to the inside. Robote forehand. Catch by Inaki. 2-all stopped by Inaki. Inaki powerfully from the forehand. That will be out of play and scoring. Well played by Inaki. We're all tied up 1-1.
Gentlemen, no bouncing the ball during the game. Thank you.
And Inaki, good defense here on the outside, stops it on the forehand, takes a look. He sees that Zuleika is shading the 2-all, so what does he do? Puts it inside, low and hard. One scores to tie it up.
Backhand by Zuleika to the inside. Robote. Forehand there by Inaki. Robote now for Zuleika. Sends it to the inside again. Robote left side by Inaki. This one stays to the inside. Backhand. Robote forehand with a light touch. Zuleika has it at the 5-line. Beautiful catch by Inaki. Catch by Zuleika. Robote. Sidearm Karam will score for Zuleika. Zuleika has 2 points. Inaki receives with 1. Zuleika serves. Reminder again of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The first player to reach 6 points wins the set, and the first player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Don't know if we're going to get another look at that Karam, but just kind of lulled him to sleep. Inaki was maybe expecting a 2-all to the outside. Didn't look like Zuleika was going to throw it until the last second. Slammed it into the sidewall. That opened up nicely.
Have to say, I'm super impressed with Inaki. Coming back from both injury and illness, he looks spot on. His court positioning is excellent. He's moving to the ball well. Not killing it the way he'd like to, but overall playing much better than I expected to coming off those injuries.
And Zuleika's earned every one of these points, particularly here in this second set. He's been throwing some good shots.
Robote forehand. Robote left side. Catch by Zulaika. He sets, he shoots. That is out. 2-2. Inaki serves for the Fireballs.
Really just trying to thread the needle there. Saw that Inaki was moving to the outside. He's thrown a couple good 2-walls. Like to see him finally keep one to the inside, keep Inaki honest defensively, as he's breaking hard to the outside. There's so much real estate back here to the inside. See if Zulaika recognizes that as we move through this second set.
Fault, over serve. Battle court rules allow for a second serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Beautiful catch by Zulaika off an excellent serve by Inaki. Robote forehand, caught in the air by Zulaika. Robote forehand, played to pass, it does. Robote, left side, to the inside, just bouncing at the 8 line and scoring. Zulaika with a 3rd point, he serves.
Yeah, put it to the inside, pretty close to the sidewall. Nice bounce as well, just hopped over Inaki's cesta. If that one's off the wall, probably a little bit easier of a catch, but he put it right on those numbers. Really tough to line that cesta up. 3-2 advantage now for Zulaika after winning the first set. Looking to close this one out in straight sets.
Beautiful catch by Inaki off the side wall. Robote forehand. Ball's on the wall. Inaki makes a save. Beautiful catch by Inaki at the 8 line. Here's the backhand. Rotate forehand. Catch by Inaki. Inaki's 2-all will land wide. That's a 4th point for Zulaika. He serves.
Yeah, just haven't been many opportunities for Inaki to throw that bread and butter shot, which is the Costado 2-all. Worked for him the first couple seasons. That time just looked like he rushed it a little bit. Felt that Zulaika was defending it on the outside pretty well. Got into that throwing motion quickly. Just couldn't keep it in the court. Just to me, Stu, it seems like the game has really slowed down for Zulaika this season as well. They talk about that concept in other sports, but he looks so calm out there, and all these shots, except for that one, it pretty much landed in.
Definitely agree. He's playing better than he played in the last season. He played better in that season than he did in the prior season. Definitely getting used to the court. Beautiful serve by Zulaika. There's a nice catch and return by Inaki. Rotate forehand. Rotate forehand. That one hits the overhead screen just out of play. 5 points, possible set, possible match point for Zulaika of the Chargers.
Yeah, great start for Zulaika. See if he can close it out right here in straight sets. So much more patient with his shot selection as well. It's been a big key in this one.
Excellent catch by Inaki. There's the backhand. It passes wall to wall. Rotate forehand, wall to wall. That took off and hit the overhead screen a bit too much. That's a 3rd point for Inaki. He has the serve.
It looked like he was going for a home run off the Robote. Threw that one so powerfully, just catching a piece of that overhead screen about the 5 line.
Without the overhead screen, that ball still be headed to Miami Beach.
Yeah, it would be. Zulaika
on the catch, backhand. Rebote forehand outside placement, scooped up by Zulaika. Catch by Iñaki, there's the backhand, right to the corner. Rebote's low. That will score for the win. Point set in a hard-fought match for Zulaika, taking it in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3.
And Zulaika earns the first points for the Chargers here in a Spring 24 Battle Court season. 1 point per singles win, 1.5 points per doubles. Coming up next, El Barba and Benny, 5th-ranked doubles matchup against Hernandez and Cabrera, 2 players making their debut coming up in just about 2.5 minutes. Game day score, 1 point for the Chargers. Fireball still looking for the first points in franchise history. Friday night, we began our season, Renegades against Warriors. You can see there, 5 points for the Renegades, 3 for the Warriors. In a highly anticipated opening night matchup between 2 title contenders. New-look Warriors, Renegades, last season's champions. We got 2 teams here, Stu. I mean, the Fireball's new team, but they're committed to playing as hard as they can, potentially getting in the playoffs and making some noise. And these Chargers, well, they've done it before. They can repeat that success. Before we introduce our next match, we're going to hear from our winner, Zulaika, #1 ranked player for the Chargers. Here he is, Zulaika.
All right, Zulaika, congratulations on winning your first match back. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good for me. Happy for the team. Always, it's very important to start with a victory. We know it from the previous seasons. So happy for that, and let's continue today.
Thank you so much, Zulaika. Let's see what else happens tonight.
Thank you.
Coming up next, 5th-ranked doubles. You heard the players. Let's introduce them for you. 4. The Fireballs have a team of Hernandez and Cabrera. Hernandez, you're going to be seeing him both in the front and backcourt. And this 5th team, you're going to be seeing him up in the front with Cabrera behind him. For the Chargers, former roommates, and a team that these 2 have played together before.
This is an interesting team.
Yes, they have.
There's 4 interesting players on the court right now. 2 making their Magic City debut.
Yes.
And if someone is familiar with Jai-Alai from someplace else, let's say, in the past year, and says, hey, wait a second, is that Duke? Is that Hernandez? Yes. What's he doing in the front court? He's playing the front court at Magic City is what he's doing. We will be seeing him in the back court later.
4 players, all different ranks, Stu.
Yeah.
Fun fact for this one, Benny 3, Hernandez 4th-ranked player for his team, Cabrera the 5, and El Barba. First season drafted to a team as a number 6 for the Chargers. I know he's eager to make his debut as well. We've seen him in some substitute appearances, and he's looked very solid. Now he's got a chance here at a full season, see what he can do. We are ready to begin our second match of the game day. 5th-ranked doubles. Hernandez and Cabrera have the serve. There's a serve. Our second match has begun. Big backhand by Benny, a little too strong. That caught the overhead screen and out of play. Fireball's on the board first. They serve.
Again, sometimes in the beginning, and it's just been a little while here for Benny. Benny looking to pass it to the back wall, throw it high and hard, but you got to keep that overhead screen in mind. Good for a serve there by Hernandez.
Here's Benny on the backhand, low and hard this time. Hernandez steps in to cut it off. That one right on the numbers. That is tipped. Wow. Second point for the Fireballs, Hernandez and Cabrera.
Okay, what got the wow out of me? That ball was on the wall.
Yes,
what did we say earlier? The side wall is your friend. The closer you keep that ball to the side wall when you're throwing it or when it's coming off the rebote, the more difficult it is to catch.
Here's Benny, takes a serve on the left side, backhand on the numbers, dropping low. Cabrera on the rebote, he's got it on the back end. Ball floating on the sidewall. Here's El Barba, backhand. Cabrera now on the left side. Low and hard. El Barba steps in there again to cut it off. Here's Hernandez on the Costado. It's a 2-all. Stopped by El Barba. El Barba, drop shot, return, will score on the second bounce.
Look at Barba go. My, oh my. When he stepped in as a substitute, he made things a bit exciting, was really saying, hey, I don't want to be a substitute anymore. I'd like to be on one of these teams. He got picked up. That was a beautiful play by El Barba, real smart.
Caught Hernandez going the other way. Take another look. He's throwing the 2-all, maybe expecting, at least testing El Barba early on. What does he do?
Testing El Barba.
Kills the
placement.
I mean, that shot is just perfect. Just above the pad. 2 bounces before either fireball could get up to it. Benny going to let that one pass. Rebote turned deep in the backcourt. Hernandez cut it off. Filo comes right up the middle. Here's Benny now. Benny on the carom. Right back to Hernandez. That one is knocked down and scoring. Ties it up. 2-2.
Looks like all 4 players are just really feeling their way into this match so far. Getting a feel for the ball, getting a feel for how each other are throwing it. Hernandez was in good position to try to make a play on that ball. Benny saw his opportunity, took it. Well thrown.
Hernandez Cabrera gets up to that serve before the second bounce. Benny, nice grab right on the numbers, deep in the backcourt. Here's Hernandez now, backhand. Benny now on the left side, higher and harder. This one passing. Rebote, left side. Hernandez makes the save. Here's Benny on the bounce, up at the 7 line. Shoots the forehand. Cabrera steps up, not going to get there in the air. Calls him off on the rebote. Benny up at the 7 line, lower and harder again. Cabrera steps around it to keep it on the left side. Hard backhand in the corner. Not a lot on that. Rebote, Benny flicks it up there. Ball's going to land in, picked up on the bounce. Here's Hernandez. Back to the inside. Benny takes it front ways. Hernandez up at the 8 line. Powerful backhand, low and hard. Benny steps up. Backhand 2-all. Caught overhead. Here's Hernandez from the outside. Shoots it back to Benny. Benny letting that one pass. Another rebote on the move, deep in the backcourt. Hernandez, 2-all. Stopped by El Barba. Low runner by El Barba. Stopped overhead. Here's Cabrera. Runner back inside. Benny steps in. Up at the 10 line. Powerful throw. Back to the left side of Cabrera. Here's Benny now up at the 9. Powerful throw. This one passing. Hernandez coming back for it. Forehand rebote. Back up the middle. Benny on the bounce. High, hard play. Cabrera steps up. Now elects to play the rebote on the back end. Benny elevates that one. Cabrera steps up. High, hard one. Back into the corner. That one opens up. Kind of a Magic City bounce. Play by Benny to keep it inside. The backhand 2-all is too low from Cabrera. That's in the pad, and the pad is bad. 3-2 lead for the Chargers.
Sorry to step on you like that, Andrew, but I'm telling you, that was an exciting point from beginning to end. Cabrera was doing perfectly good, just playing catch and throw, catch and throw. Got a little fancy there with that attempted backhand 2-all, something that we see some of the other guys throw here. Not necessarily his shot yet, could be. In a few weeks, a few months, something like that, just not on opening day necessarily. Other than that, he played great.
Backhand, little clip off the sidewall. Here's El Barba, middle of the court. Low runner, back to Cabrera, steps up, he's at the 8 line. Powerful backhand, wall to wall, Benny out of the way. Here's El Barba for the rebote. Nice scoop by Cabrera in the backcourt. Here's Benny. A bit of a screen, stays with it, turns it back up the middle. Hernandez on the bounce. Costado inside, Benny's there to scoop it up. What a play. Rebote left side. Just puts it just above the pad. Here's Benny charging. Up at the 7, shoots it inside. Cabrera all alone. Chooses the rebote on the back end. That's the right play, keeps it going. Benny again, the high 3-wall. That lands in. Hernandez has a play, but drops it in the pad. 4 points for the Chargers. El Barba and Benny lead it.
Looks like Hernandez was trying to throw outside to the outside, just based on where it hit the pad. Again, a difficult shot to just when you're out there and you got the rebote, just get it up to the front wall and get it in. But he's looking for placement to the outside of the court. When you're already on the outside, to throw the ball on the outside, tricky, real tricky. Bold. I like the fact they're trying it though.
Hernandez went for the serve, knocked it down. That's a 5th point for the Chargers. They have a possible set point.
And look, we've been talking a lot about Cabrera and Hernandez, but look at El Barba. Barba's playing
What a
great.
debut.
Barba's playing great.
That's the thing. Every time he substituted, there was, I mean, obviously some bad stuff, but equally as many good shots as bad shots. A little bit volatile at times, but you know that he can catch that ball on the outside. The
Scores.
ace will end the set. El Barba and Benny take it 6-2. 2 minutes on the board. We'll play our second set.
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, if anybody's got anything to prove, it is El Barba, without any question. Yeah, the guys who are new to the program want to show that, you know, obviously they deserve to be here. They can be here. They do deserve to be here. They're here. But El Barba, season after season, basically kept out of the draft for a variety of different, either health reasons or reasons, but was allowed to be in the draft, and man, so far,
Yeah, he stepped up today.
oh, no question about it. It's good to see.
And that one dropping low. What a rebote save here on the back end, though, by Cabrera. And Hernandez, I mean, again, a lot of experience as a backcourter in his highlight career. Not much up in the front. Thrown a couple shots, but El Barba stopped them all.
That shot by El Barba,
That's gorgeous.
that was just...
I mean,
that
he's
is
moving the opposite way.
Throw the ball where your opponent's not, and there was that big square in the front. Here you see Hernandez winding up, going for a 2-all, and El Barba stops another one.
Yeah. And experience on this court, so important.
No question about it. Benny obviously has...
And, yeah,
well,
Benny and
Barba's
El
got the
Barba
most...
both.
He's got the most years. Benny probably the most playing overall.
Yeah, at least battle court match experience.
Yeah, definitely.
So tested El Barba early on. Didn't work out so well for the Fireballs. Stopped both 2-alls, killed one of those points. 6-2. Chargers take the opening set. Got to win 2 out of 3 to take the match, though, in battle court. Still a long way to go.
Look at that beautiful DraftKings logo in the back of the cage.
How about that, Stu?
That's right. I was asking the other night, do we call it the ESPN 3 players cage, the DraftKings players cage? And I think the school's still on that, but we are proud as can be to have DraftKings as the official sports wagering partner of Magic City.
Ready to go with our second set. Fireballs making their way out. Chargers right behind them. El Barba there with that West Virginia logo. Native of the state of West Virginia. There's a serve. Our second set is underway. Backhand opens up. Here's Cabrera, middle of the court on the forehand. Shoots it inside. Here's Benny. Stopped on the bounce. Puts it back over the top. Hernandez looking to cut it off. He
Beautiful
does.
scoop.
What a play in the air. Backhand passing. El Barba setting up for the rebote. He turns it. Back on the inside. Late notice. Cabrera, though, still scooped it up. Benny trying to get out there for the rebote. He's got it on the inside. Cabrera again calls him off. Lays it up. Here's Benny now up at the 6 line. Shoots it inside for Cabrera. Clean miss on the rebote. Frontways, rather. He's got the rebote. Benny, that big 3-wall play. That one is going to land in and score. Smart shot by Benny. Opens up the scoring in our second set. Chargers lead 1-0.
We call that perfect placement, and it seems to run in the Langhans family. Benny's older brother, Matt, known around here as Douglas. Basically, you throw it high. You carom it, basically it's a high carambola. It goes deep. And what happens is, because it hits so high and lands so deep, when it touches the floor again and spins out, it goes straight to the screen. Not everybody can throw it, but when you can throw it, very frequently scores.
That serve stayed inside Cabrera. He's got it. Backhand. Right back to Benny. Cabrera again, shoots it inside. Benny up at the 10 line now. Higher and harder. On the tip, what a catch by Cabrera. Forehander Bote, El Barba, that's a good play. Puts it on the wall. Cabrera again up at the 9 line. Big backhand, that's a little too strong. And the overhead screen and out of play. 2 points for El Barba and Benny.
If I'm not mistaken, El Barba's about 100%, isn't he? For catches and
I think so.
Absolutely. His serve looks really good. He's keeping his serve away from Hernandez.
That serve's always been a factor.
This is some of the best that we've seen Barba play in the 6.5 years that he's been playing.
He's composed, moving well, stopped every ball that's come his way. So far, so good.
And Benny's backing him up beautifully.
Yeah, a couple misses early on. Both Chargers have locked into this one now. I mean, after the first 2 points, it's been 8 straight or 8 of 9 for the Chargers. Well, runner to the inside. El Barba pulls the cesta out of the way. Here's Benny from the backcourt. Cabrera now going to run around it from the left side, right back to Benny. Cabrera now on the forehand. High off the front wall, big bouncer. Benny setting up for the rebote, keeps it inside. All died off the front wall. Cabrera's got it. Benny letting that one pass again. Good patience. Rebote turn. Up at the 10 line. Here's Cabrera. Benny again running around it. It's a 2-all. Stopped by Hernandez on the bounce. Shoots it back inside. That will score.
I'll tell you, I thought that point was over with that 2-all. And then all of a sudden I saw Hernandez reach out and grab that ball. Remember the old advertisement? Reach out and touch something. That's before your time, right?
I think so.
Okay, we'll talk about it after the performance. Well, he reached out and touched the ball.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up for Hernandez. That is an over serve, double fault. That point's going to go to El Barba and Benny, leading now 3-1.
The dreaded double fault. Hernandez still getting used to the service box. Hand wave is an apology to his backcourt, saying, "Hey man, sorry I lost us that point." But again, for a first showing, still impressed with both Hernandez and Cabrera. First competitive experience on this court.
Hernandez takes a serve, throws a 2-all. El Barba's got another one. El Barba, Carambola returns, splits them up to score. 4-1 lead for El Barba and Benny.
You know, I don't like to call it early, and I know he's got another game coming up with Ubia, but right now, as far as I'm concerned, El Barba is candidate for player of the day. He's just
looking pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's been flawless. He's been flawless.
I mean, yeah. Backhand to Benny on the inside, pulls it in at the 11. Backhand 2-all, Cabrera runs under it. Forehand played inside, Benny had it for a moment, just could not control it. It's going to be a second point for the Fireballs, they now serve.
Let's see if the Fireballs with Hernandez and Cabrera are able to put a couple points here together.
Backhand to the inside, Cabrera at the 10 line. Softer touch. Benny not going to get there in the air. He's got the rebote on the back end. Hernandez got it on the costado. The drop shot.
Benny read it.
Runs under it. Benny at the 6 line inside placement. Cabrera has the rebote on the back end. What a save. El Barba again. Drop shot. That one dropped in the pad, and the pad is bad. 3 points for the Fireballs.
I'm not going to say that that's going to cost him player of the day in Stu's handbook because he's got a lot of good points, but decidedly good effort by Barba, but you got to keep it away from the pad.
Benny with the backhand inside, stopped overhead. Here's Cabrera. Benny at the 12 line now on the bounce. Hard backhand right to the left side of Cabrera again. Backcourters trading throws here. Cabrera slows it down. Here's Benny on the bounce, right on the wall, deep in the backcourt. Hernandez, that ball clipped off the sidewall. Here's Benny on the forehand from the 11, comes right up the middle. Forehand kicking up, Benny again, stays with it, drops it just above the pad. Hernandez though on the costado, trying to get it to pass, he does. Benny has to dig one out, tough rebote save by Benny. Back on the inside, here's Cabrera. Low runner, Benny steps up at the 9 line, backhand. It's right on the numbers, what a catch. Here's Cabrera deep in the backcourt. Benny, late notice on the scoop, makes the play, keeps it inside, foot on the wall. Cabrera comes down with the ball. Benny, this one launched. Hernandez all alone, forehand, comes back up the middle. Benny, sidearm play, 3 walls. Cabrera looking to dig it out. He's got it, 2-wall return. Benny now middle of the court. On the forehand, back over the top. This is well placed. What a catch. Cabrera's got it right off the sidewall. Benny sidearm carom, stopped on the bounce. Hernandez right back to him. That is tipped. We are tied up. 4-4 is the score. Fireball serve.
I don't know if you feel the tension. But man, that was a tense point. That was a beautifully played point by all 4 players. Fireball's doing an excellent job of hanging in there. Down a couple points.
3 straight.
Off some beautiful catches by Cabrera here in the backcourt.
This scoop right off the numbers.
Yeah.
Foot on the wall, what a play. Benny backing up, takes that serve at the 13 line, puts it inside. Here's Cabrera. Barba will backhand 2-wall. Out of reach of both fireballs. Cabrera on the back end turns it. Here's El Barba, stops it up high, forehand, back to the inside. Cabrera coming cross court, he's there. Benny, what a scoop up at the 8 line. Backhand comes hard right back to the left side of Cabrera. Benny ducks, he makes the play up in the front court. Cabrera now from the 11 line. Lobs this one up. Benny keeps it on the left side. Here's El Barba on the forehand. Right back to the inside. Not a lot on that rebote. Cabrera digs it out. Benny under the bridge. What a rebote save. Here's Hernandez, though, on the costado. It's a 2-wall. Barba scoops it up. The carambola.
Oh, right back at it.
That will score for the Chargers.
Tremendous play by El Barba. Threw it right back on the carambola. That's been working for him. Carambola is where he throws it to the front wall, it hits the sidewall, comes back out. Just came in too fast on Hernandez. Benny, that's how, well, you see it right here. Throws the 2-wall, 1-2-wall. Barba's right there, scoops it deep in the basket, throws it back, just comes up a little too fast on Hernandez. Yeah. Beautifully played. Benny threw something remarkably similar to that when he and Douglas won the USNJC tournament 3 years ago, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Possible match point for the Chargers. Any word that something with the ribs there with El Barba? You see him.
Yeah, it says that he felt that he tweaked something.
Yeah. Oblique rib. Not sure exactly, but saw him go down to a knee. A little bit of discomfort, but they could close out the match right here. Not going to take the timeout. Injury timeout, that is. Under serve. Came up short. The 4 line, second serve coming up for El Barba. Here's Hernandez, drops it inside, Benny charging, not gonna get up there, got assessed on it, couldn't make the play. We are at 5-5, possible match point for the Chargers, the set point for the Fireballs. Looking to extend this match into a third set. if you're the Chargers here. The health of El Barba not looking right on those serves. You got to end it right here. And you can just tell, not really firing those serves in there, both of them. Really not finishing.
To see what Hernandez does here with this serve. I don't know if he's got a real powerful serve to come in or just get it in. Now it looks like he's just going to land it.
Hard serve, then he takes it on the left side. There's the backhand. Cabrera's got it on the sidewall. Benny went for the scoop. That is missed. We are going to a third set. Hernandez and Cabrera win it 6-5, 2 minutes. We'll play set number 3.
So, pleasantly surprised. Always like to see the new team, the expansion team, when they do well. We saw it last season with the Tejada Devils, or 2 seasons ago with the Devils coming out. It's rare that we have an expansion team here in Battle Court. You are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Here we see most of the Fireballs expansion team consulting with Hernandez with the helmet on. Team Captain Inaki with the green hoodie. Cabrera has just played super, super well. I know he's had a little issue with the overhead screen. Seems to have overcome it, thrown some good rebotes. Here we are with the more experienced team, the Chargers. Zulaika and Benny, one of the best teams in all of Battle Court. Some replays from that second set. Beautiful catch by Hernandez. Here's the backhand. Hard to the inside. One of several excellent catches by Cabrera, including this one right here. That's a scoop off of the sidewall. Such a difficult play. Cabrera doing a much better job in that set. Again, throw it to the feet of your opponent if you can. Cabrera was able to do it there, and that got them into a third and decisive set that's going to begin in just 30 seconds. Once again, this is the 2-minute break in between sets. Players consult with their teammates. It's not just positive feedback. Their teammates are on the side of the court, scoping out the competition, advising them, look, you're not moving up on the ball. He's got you on the 2-ball. All different types of advice that you can get that you really can't see when you are on the court. That's the feedback that you get in between sets.
Ready to go with our third and decisive set. El Barba and Benny with the serve. Hernandez and Cabrera receiving in their first match here in Battle Court. Look at a play spoiler. Chargers look like they had this one locked up 6-2 in the first set. They were winning 4-1 in set number 2. Fireball said not so fast, forcing this third set. There's a serve. Our third set is underway. Powerful backhand. What a catch by Benny. Takes it off the sidewall. Cabrera ranging back. Even tougher there. Here's Benny up at the 9 line. Powerful throw. Here's the rebote. Left side. Hernandez makes the save. Right on the numbers. Here's Benny reaching up high. Powerful backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Hernandez again. Forehand rebote. Pushed outside. Benny calls him off. Quick turn. It's a 2-wall. Stepped on the left side. Drop shot. Will score.
That's smart, man. That is smart. That is a great catch, and that is dropped inside. That is just really well executed by Hernandez. I mean, this is where I will say experience will give you the advantage. If you have the ability not to get too shaky, and he doesn't. Look at this. Not only does he make the catch, but he thinks about what he's going to throw. Throws it where his opponents aren't. Beautifully played.
Here's Benny on the inside from the 12 line. Cabrera now. Backhand. Lower and harder. El Barba looking for it. Couldn't make the catch. 2 points for the Fireballs.
El Barba's definitely got to be feeling a little bit tired here going into this third set. Barba's played fantastic for the Chargers here, these first 2 sets.
El Barba trying to get out of the way. Knock down that serve. That's 3 straight.
Potentially going to be an overserve. Again, the ball has to land between the 4 and 7 line. When the player touches it like that, kind of makes it arbitrary.
And he's a little deep in that service box, too.
Yeah,
that was shoulder level.
Yeah.
Big break again for the Fireballs. Benny takes his serve on the forehand, shoots it inside low and hard. Hernandez got there in the air. There's a big backhand just out of reach. El Barba on the rebote. Forehand save, low and hard. Pereira, the backhand, though, that caught the overhead screen, which is out of play. Chargers get the first point for third set. They now serve.
Cabrera's had a little difficulty with that overhead screen. Still nothing to worry about. They're out ahead 2 points. Now, this is a very, very important point. There's a big difference between 4-1 and 3-2. Not just mathematically.
Bump over serve. Second serve for El Barba. What a catch by Cabrera. That serve right on the numbers. He stood in there. Powerful forehand. Ranging back overhead. He's got it at the 11 line. Benny, tough scoop in the corner, back beyond the 13. Cabrera again from the 10 line. Backhand, low and hard. Here's El Barba. Big backhand, clears the overhead screen. Hernandez backpedals, stops at the 5 line. 2-all return. Caught the pad on the way down. Any part of the pad is bad. Ball's out of play. 2 points for the Chargers, El Barba and Benny.
Good call by the judges, but good effort there by Hernandez.
Look at this catch.
Beautiful by Cabrera. Cabrera's been playing the sidewall. This usually trips new players up considerably, is that play off the sidewall.
We've seen El Barba ace.
Yeah.
I mean, players of all levels. That's a great catch there by Cabrera. Serve stayed inside. Cabrera's got it. Backhand to El Barba. Picks it off in the air. Lost his footing. Keeps it on the left side of Hernandez. Relote's coming out quickly. El Barba. Turn on the forehand. Here's Hernandez. Shoots it back inside. Benny steps up. What a read. Caught in the air. Oh, runner.
Catch
on
again.
the wall. Cabrera coming down with the ball. Fast pace. Forehand. Caught overhead. Cabrera ranging back forward at the 12 line. This one dropped at the feet. Benny's there to scoop it up. Hernandez now back up at the 9 line. Big backhand passing. El Barba alone for the rebote. That is missed.
My, oh my.
4-2 lead for the Fireballs. Another great catch there by Cabrera. He's made a couple of those in the backcourt. Some early misses for Cabrera, but another player who's really locked into this match as we've progressed into the third set now. He's looking as sharp as we've seen him on this court. What a play by Benny. Not going to let that serve cross the side wall. Cabrera from the 11, low and hard again. Benny on the bounce. Benny steps up at the 10 line. Backhand low and hard. Here's Hernandez. What a play up at the 9. Big backhand. Benny out of the way. Here's El Barba all alone. Drop shot off the rebote. Hernandez gets there. He whips it up the middle. That's split up
Beautifully
to
executed
score.
shot that is. My, oh my. My, oh my.
Fireballs leading 5-2. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
And put it this way, Hernandez is a better backcourter than he is frontcourter, I think.
We
We have yet to
perhaps
see. At least that was the case. That was the scouting before he came here.
Here's Benny from the 11 line. Backhand on the numbers. What a play now by Hernandez climbing the wall. That one cutting inside El Barba. It's a tough play right on the numbers. Hernandez the backhand. Then again, let that one pass. Not a lot on the rebote. Saved on the left side. There's Cabrera. 2-all return. Benny calls him off from the outside. Here's Benny. Low and hard. There's Cabrera all alone. Scooped it up in the corner. Benny just got to that one in the air. Backhand. Stopped on the left side. Here's Cabrera again. High and hard. Benny staying up there for the rebote. Backhand inside. Here's Benny now at the 9 line. Powerful throw. This is out of reach of both fireballs. Hernandez on the backhand. Hooked the rebote. That extends the match here. That's 3 points for Albarba and Benny.
This is as exciting as a match as we've had played here, and I know we said that on Friday night. See if Hernandez and Cabrera are able to close this out, possible set point.
Backhand inside. Nice catch by Benny on the numbers. Here's Cabrera from the 11. Slows it down. Right on the bounce. Benny's there to scoop it up. Here's Albarba reaching in. Cuts it off in the air. Backhand 2-ball. Stopped overhead. Hernandez quick release on the backhand. 2-pass. One kind of died. The rebote is missed.
Did it.
Point, set, and match. Hernandez and Cabrera win in 3 sets, taking the final set 6-3. And the first win, franchise history, courtesy of Hernandez and Cabrera. 1.5 points for the Fireballs. They're on the board here in our spring 24 season. What a win right there. Comeback win. I mean, down 4-1, Stu, in the second set. And they came back and dominated really the rest of the match from that point on.
That game day scoreboard brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Andrew, tell me what it says. My eyesight's not that good.
I see the Renegades defeating the Warriors on Friday night 5-3. See that game day score at the top, 1.5 for the Fireballs, just 1 for the Chargers. Tomorrow's game day, Stu, it's going to be the Cyclones and the Warriors. Then we'll see the Devils in action on Friday night against the Fireballs. We're going to hear from the winners, Hernandez and Cabrera. I mean, you can tell, Stu, both players gaining confidence with each throw, ultimately coming back to win in 3 sets. Here they are, the winners, 5th-ranked team for the Fireballs.
All right, Cabrera, Hernandez, congratulations on your first win. How are you feeling right now?
I feel amazing. We had a tough task in the team that we had to play, and I think we played well enough together. We still have to get used to the court, but overall I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, for me, I'm more than happy to play in this court. The first set was a little bit strained, I'm a little bit loose, but then in the second set I start playing better, and I'm happy to play with my partner, with Niño Cabrera, so let's go.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. See what else happens tonight.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
First match as a team in battle court. Hernandez and Cabrera get the win against Albarba and Benny.
We got another debut coming up here, don't we?
Yes, we do, Stu. 2 more new players for this Fireballs team. Making their debut, Ferronda up in the front court, number 19. Behind him, number 44, Amigarena. Their opponents, Iturbide and Ubia.
When it comes to experience, Ferronda was judging last season. After he was judging, he was practicing almost every day. He's been practicing almost every day in the offseason. Amigarena, of course, no stranger to highlight, but definitely new. This will be his professional debut here at Magic City. Whereas on the Chargers, we've seen both Ubia, who played last season for the Renegades, and of course Iturbide, who remains with the Chargers. So experience goes in the direction of the Chargers.
And Ubia ending his season on a high note with those Renegades. Played probably his best match behind Gaucheri in the championship when they defeated Carvalho and Manu. Expectations pretty high for this second-ranked team for the Chargers. But if you look at the rankings here, for the Fireballs, they have their second-ranked player, Ferronda, with their 3, Amigarena. And for the Chargers, Iturbide, their second-ranked player, with Ubia, who's the 4 for this Chargers team. So if you go by rankings, Fireballs have the edge right here. But 2 new players on the court. We'll see how that all shakes out here in our third match of the day.
There's the serve. We begin with an overserve. That's a first fault. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Second serve is good. Here's the backhand by Ubia. Migrarena's there. Backhand. Going hard to the inside. Beautiful catch by Migarena. There's the backhand again. Ferrando goes deep. Ball tipped. First point of this match goes to Ferranda and Migarena. For the expansion team, the Fireballs. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. The first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
And even though we haven't seen Ferranda and Migarena on this court in Battle Court, these guys, as we noted, a lot of highlight experience between the two. Ferranda's career up in the front, Migarena in the back. If these guys put it together, they're going to be a real force in this second ring group.
Ubia, drop ball left side. 2 points for Ferranda and Migarena. Ferranda serves. Ubia just got to shake the cobwebs off, basically. He, like you said, at the end of last season, his catching was spot on. He's had 2 drops now. Overall, blue shirts are looking really good. Blue shirts, also known as the Fireballs. Beautiful backhand, right to the corner, out to the rebote. Ferranda makes the play. Iturbide has it. Backhand. Ball tipped at the 10 line. First point for Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers. Iturbide will serve.
Yeah, Migarena doing the right thing, moving up on that ball, trying to take it in the air. His traditional highlight experience would tell him that that ball's not going to come out, but I think here at Magic City, he's going to learn that he doesn't have to move up so aggressively. He can be a little more patient, play that rebote, and just keep the rally going.
Migarena keeping it on the left side. Big backhand. Ubia is there. Another fine catch by Migarena. This backhand from the 13 line. Ball tipped by Ferranda at the 9 line. We are all tied up at 2 points apiece. Iturbide will serve.
Ferranda just trying to make a play, cut it off up at the front court, move around the defense a little bit. Just a tip ball. I mean, you're going to see these guys get more and more comfortable with each point. Slow start for Hernandez and Cabrera. They still went on to win the match.
Rebote left side to the inside. Backhand by Migarena. There's the catch by Ubia. Powerful backhand by Ubia. And Migarena's there. Here's the backhand by Ferranda. Iturbide from the 9 line. Migarena's there. Backhand again. Powerfully thrown. Nice catch by Ferranda. Backhand stays to the inside, and Ubia is there again. Migarena down low. Backhand. Forehand rebote. Caught by Iturbide. Drop shot by Iturbide just above the pad. It scores. Beautifully executed. Kill shot by Iturbide scores to the inside. Chargers lead 3-2.
Very smart throw there by Iturbide. You know, Migarena, new to this court, he was hanging a little deep into the backcourt. And with Ferranda guarding the 2-wall, you see how deep he is in that view. He's starting at about the 12 line. That's a lot of court for him to cover to get up there to get that drop shot before the second bounce. Iturbide, known for his Costano 2-wall, showing you a little finesse there, that drop shot.
Powerful backhand by Migarena rebote. Ball tipped at the 11 line. That is a 4th point. The purple shirts. Iturbide and Ubia, the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
And that catch in particular may not look like a whole lot if you're watching at home, but that ball, contact with the sidewall, kicking way up, just difficult to line that one up, especially your first time playing on this court.
Powerful backhand by Migarena. Here's Ubia. Ferranda on the forehand. Iturbide is there. Amigarena, beautiful catch at the 13 line. Powerful backhand. Ubia powerfully from the forehand. Ferranda's there. Backhand. Rebote left side. Ferranda picks it up. Backhand from the 6 line. Low runner. What a catch by Amigarena. There's the backhand from the 12 line. Caught by Ubia. Amigarena, beautiful catch at the 10 line. Moved up on it well. Rebote forehand saved by Ferranda. Here's Ubia. Backhand. Catch by Ferranda. Backhand from the 8 line. Ubia over the top. Amigarena with a tip ball back at the 12 line. That is a 5th point and possible set point for Iturbide and Ubia.
And the most common mistake in highlight, taking your eye off the ball before it's secured in that basket. And trying to make something happen with the forehand, just didn't have the ball.
Ferranda picks the serve, throws the carom. Iturbide there. Carom return, caught the top of the pad, and the pad is bad. 3 points for Ferranda and Amigarena. Still possible set point for Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers.
Don't want to let a struggling team hang around. Not their best opening set here for Ferranda and Amigarena, but there's 2 points separating these two teams. Anything could happen if we get to 5-5. Game of inches, that carom just a bit low, catching the top part of the ball.
Amigarena on the catch, backhand from the 11 line to the corner, out to the Rebote. Rebote forehand by Ferranda to the inside, well placed. Rebote saved by Ubia. Ferranda makes the catch. Ferranda going back to the inside. Rebote saved by Iturbide. Amigarena, backhand from the 11 line. Powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Rebote left side, beautifully played by Amigarena. Rebote forehand save.
Wow.
Clears the overhead screen beautifully. Iturbide backhand. What a catch by Amigarena at the 13 line. Big backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Rebote coming back out. Amigarena on the forehand. Outside placement. Scores! 4 points for Ferranda and Amigarena. Still possible set point for Iturbide and Ubia.
You don't have to throw it that close to the boundary line. Just have to get a good fake and get your opponent moving the opposite direction. Haven't seen an outside placement from Amigarena. Not really sure what type of shots he has in his game, but look at this one. Straight outside. Iturbide opened up to the inside. Ubia right on the tip. Just couldn't make that catch. Smart throw. Ferranda like that up in the front. That's 1 point separating these two. 5-4. Fireball still serving.
Ubia on the catch. Backhand. Beautiful catch by Amigarena at the 13 line. Powerful backhand follows. Ball tipped, point, and a hard-fought set for the Chargers. Iturbide and Ubia. 2 minutes goes up on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
First set going to Iturbide and Ubia. As we saw in that last match, it doesn't take long for these new guys to get comfortable with this court. Saw Hernandez and Cabrera win 2 straight sets, and no reason why Ferranda and Amigarena can't do the same right here.
There you see it in the back of the player's cage. DraftKings, the official sporting partner of Battle Court for 2024. Players here in the ESPN 3 players cage. There you have Iturbide on the left side of your screen with Ubia. Ubia having a little bit of a difficulty in the beginning of that set. Came back around nicely for their debut, a second debut here, not just with the Fireballs team, but their professional, certainly not their professional debuts. Ferranda's played on almost every court in the state of Florida.
Yeah, some tournament experience for both players here, but a little bit different than competing in a full battle court season.
Yeah, court familiarity, the speed and pace. Iturbide definitely coming on. He saw, as you pointed out earlier, he saw Amigarena lingering there in the back, as a backcourt is prone to do. In that case, just left the inside wide open. Amigarena having a little bit of difficulty early on, but then solid spot, solid catching rather, there on the left side.
Yeah, that was the carom that
Caught the pad.
at 5-2 gave the Fireballs an extra life. See the sigh of relief from Amigarena. What a rebote. I mean, look, this thing was...
It looked like it was going to touch the overhead screen and it
centimeters.
cleared.
It
Yeah.
was so close. Just a nice save. Any way you can get that ball off the front wall, continue the rally. Ferranda did it.
Outside placement, do I see? Yes, I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's... It's hard to say a weakness in Iturbide's game because he's such an aggressive front quarter, but he does have a tendency to forget about the outside a little bit defensively. See if the Fireballs take advantage of that here in the second set. Set number 2 beginning right about now.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Ferranda and Amigarena will serve for the Fireballs. A reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. The first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Ferranda serves, we begin. Excellent catch by Amigarena. Backhand from the 11 line. Wall to wall. Rebote saved by Iturbide. Ferranda takes it in the air at the 7 line. Low and hard. Picked up by Ubia. Amigarena's there. What a catch by Ubia at the 12 line. Equally a good catch at the 13 line by Amigarena. Here's Iturbide. Amigarena hard to the corner, out to the rebote again. Ferranda makes the catch, winds up. Coastie to the inside.
Tough one.
Rebote save. Picked up by Ferranda. Ferranda blasts it back to the inside. What a catch by Ubia. Ubia powerfully over the top. Amigarena's there. Here's Amigarena. Backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Amigarena on the rebote. Big bounce brought down by Ubia. Rebote forehand. Cut off by Ubia at the 11 line. On the wall, nice rebote save. Iturbide picks it. Drop shot. Ferranda gets there. Backhand to the inside, and Ubia's there. Here's the backhand 2-all. Lands into score. First point of the second set goes to Iturbide and Ubia. Off the backhand 2-all. Iturbide serves.
And Fireball's not sure if that one was going to stay in the court, but when in doubt, go for that ball in the air. Just landing inside the boundary line, rattling around in the cage. As long as that ball lands in, point stays with the Chargers.
Ferranda picks the serve, places it inside beautifully. Ubia, difficult rebote. He makes the save. Amigarena has it on the forehand. Rebote forehand, played back, caught by Ubia. Rebote left side by Iturbide. Drop shot, perfectly executed by Ferranda to score. 1-1, Ferranda serves.
Well, that's quite the shot. I mean, you have to defend the 2-all there on the outside. Have to stay back if you're the opposing backcourter because it looks like he's just going to rip it inside. What does he do at the last second? Just drops it over the top, cuts off the throw, lands it in, gets that second bounce before Ubia could get up there. Well done by Ferranda. Ties it up. 1-1.
Here's the backhand by Ubia. Rebote. Forehand. Nice catch by Iturbide. Low, hard backhand caught beautifully by Amigarena at the 11 line. Ferranda has it on the forehand at the 8. Back to the inside, and it scores. 2 points for the blue shirts. The Fireballs. Ferranda and Amigarena. Ferranda serves.
And probably an easier catch for Ubia moving up on it as opposed to Iturbide ranging back for it. Tough to control that ball in the basket, just trickling out there at the last second. Fireball is a little more comfortable, some longer rallies here in set number 2. They now lead at 2-1.
Here's the backhand by Ubia. Rebote by Ferranda. Iturbide gets in there. Good catch by Amigarena. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Ubia. Wobbly coming into the cesta of Amigarena. Kind of a backhand 2-all. Iturbide makes the save. Backhand by Amigarena. Ferranda, good positioning, makes the backhand from the 9-line, carries deep and out to the Rebote. Rebote forehand. Will score. Well played by Iturbide. We're tied up at 2 points apiece. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
That's when I think Ferranda and Amigarena are going to figure out as they play more points on this court. Just a little bit confused in the backcourt. Amigarena not confident, going for it front ways and off the back end. Just not a lot on that Rebote. Definitely something these guys will figure out as we move through this season.
Here's the backhand by Amigarena, low and hard to the inside, low to the Rebote. Backhand by Amigarena. What a catch by Ferranda. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Amigarena, Rebote save. Catch by Iturbide. 2-all by Iturbide. Stopped by Ferranda. Ferranda's placement stopped by Ubia. Backhand. Rebote to the inside. Big bounce. Brought down by Ubia. That ball's on the wall and caught beautifully by Amigarena. His backhand to the corner. Stopped by Ubia. Ball's on the wall. Ferranda makes the save. Iturbide lets it pass. Here's the backhand. Wonky backhand stopped by Ferranda. Here's Ubia. Ferranda had it on the tip, fell out. 3 points for the purple shirts. Iturbide and Ubia. Iturbide serves.
Yeah, I think Ferranda was looking to kill that from the costado. Again, shoulder level, left side of the player's body. That's where you see the 2-wall, you see the drop shots, see an outside placement, just a bunch of different looks from that costado. Keeps your opponent honest defensively. Front quarter's got to guard the outside, back quarter's got to guard that inside placement, splitter. Just moved into that throwing motion a little bit too quickly. Didn't have full control of the ball.
Beautiful catch by Amigarena off a hard serve by Iturbide. That backhand blasted. Amigarena on the catch. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Iturbide. Amigarena on the catch. Backhand to the inside. Rebote by Iturbide. Bounce. Stopped in the corner and a beautiful catch by Amigarena. Ferranda attacks. Drop shot, beautifully executed and stopped. And scoring on the return. So well played by Iturbide. They have 4 points and the serve.
Yeah, Iturbide's looked good throughout this match. He hasn't thrown many 2-walls.
I mean, this is just really well thought out by Ferranda. But Iturbide reads it perfect, gets it right there, just blasts it to the outside.
Low and hard right at him.
Beautifully done.
Going for the outside placement as opposed to the 2-wall. There was a time when Iturbide seemingly threw a 2-wall in every rally. Haven't seen that quite yet this season.
Very true.
A lot
Good observation.
A lot more conservative play from number 91 up in the front, working out for his team.
Ferranda picks the serve. How about 2-all? Stopped. What a catch by Ferranda.
Stood in there.
Amigarena makes the Rebote save. Here's Ubia. Big right side by Ubia. Caught almost by Ferranda. That ball is tipped. That is 5 points. Possible set, possible match point here for Iturbide and Ubia of the Chargers. Iturbide serves.
And in this level, I mean, this is a second-ranked doubles match. I think the experience definitely helps out a little bit more. Iturbide and Ubia both. I mean, you see just a little bit lost on some of these throws for Ferranda and Amigarena, but hanging in there nicely. And get a little comeback here, make it interesting.
Beautiful backhand, nice catch. Backhand 2-all.
Gotta
Robote's
play on
up,
it.
saved by Ferranda. Here's Ubia. Robote by Ferranda to the inside. Here's Ubia. Backhand again, Robote coming out. Robote save, caught by Ferranda, dropped by Ferranda. That is point set and a straight set match for Iturbide and Ubia. The Chargers winning 6-4, 6-2.
Chargers, the doubles win, trading wins here. Zuleika won the first singles match over Inaki, Hernandez, and Cabrera, winning for the Fireballs in our previous one. And then Iturbide and Ubia, 1.5 for the Chargers. We're moving on to match number 4. One back believes to. We're going to have a little bit of singles here coming up in just about 2.5 minutes. There's that game day score, 2.5 for the Chargers, reflecting that doubles win, courtesy of Iturbide and Ubia just a few moments ago. Have to think that Ferranda and Amigarena team is going to get better and better each time they step out on the court. The catching a little bit of an issue for both players to begin, and that's expected in your first time out on the court. Up next, it is singles, 5th ranked singles, 5th division singles match. We saw Cabrera before, one of these Fireballs. Second match of the day, taking on Bradley. New to this Chargers team, was out last year with an injury for most of the season. But he is now on the Chargers as a 5, looking for a big season. Before we get to that singles match, though, we're going to hear from our winners. Here they are, Ubia and Iturbide.
All right, Iturbide, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you. Pretty good. Very important. We saw the last seasons that it's important to get a good jump start. Great sensations with Iturbide, David. We have great synergy, so hoping to play like this or even better throughout the whole year.
This is the first time you two played together as a doubles team. What did you guys do during the off-season to prepare for the debut today?
Practice. ¿Qué hemos hecho hasta ahora?
Como ustedes no habían jugado antes como pareja, entonces ¿qué hicieron durante la temporada libre para prepararse?
Entrenar juntos y lo máximo que podíamos.
Just do as much as we could together and train as much as we could. All right, guys, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll see what else happens tonight.
Thank you.
Vamos, Chargers.
And just about 30 seconds away from our 5th ranked singles matchup here between Bradley and Cabrera. Cabrera for the Fireballs, 1-0 in his Battle Court career, looking to make it 2-0 on his opening day of play. This is an interesting match here against Bradley because when healthy, there's nobody with more power, as athletic. It makes life difficult for his opponents like Bradley does, especially in this 5th group. We're just about ready to begin. Match number 4 of 6. On this Monday, Battle Court game day between the Fireballs and Chargers.
Definitely good to see Bradley back in action. After knee surgery, took him out of the second half of 2023. My goodness, that's what you look like with your shirt off, right, Andrew? Like if I was looking
Only
at you from
the
behind.
triceps, yes. Yeah.
The triceps are just like, I thought that was you for a second.
Can only hope, Stu. One day. There's a serve by Cabrera. We begin this singles match. Robote left side for Cabrera. It's a 2-all. Bradley advances, stops it on the bounce. Bradley shoots it inside, low and hard. Cabrera's there to scoop it up. Backhand inside. Bradley coming back for the Robote. Spinning save. Caught on the left side. Cabrera, 2-all. That's thrown to score. First point goes to Cabrera.
So as far as experience, Bradley is one of the players that's been with us since 2018. Never played professional highlight before 2018. Cabrera has him in terms of overall highlight experience, but this is Cabrera's singles professional debut here at Magic City.
Here's Bradley on the left side. Big backhand. Sticks on the wall. Forehand rebote. That one hooked. Came up short in the pad. The pad is bad. Tying it up. 1-1.
So far, Bradley moving really well coming out of that 2023 injury.
Opens up with a strong backhand right into the corner. Bradley's got to come back for this one. Makes another diving save. On the hop, here's Cabrera. Little clip off the sidewall. Bradley's got it in the middle of the court. He shoots it inside. One-handed scoop. The backhand not going to make it. Great effort. Comes up just a few inches short. That is a point for Bradley. Leads 2-1.
Problem in that point there started when Cabrera went back to the inside but clipped the side wall.
Cabrera gets a serve before the second bounce. Low runner inside. Here's Bradley. Powerful backhand again, wall to wall. Cabrera comes back for it, turns her rebote just above the pad. Bradley at the 7-line, inside placement, scooped up. Here's a backhand. That caught the overhead screen though. He's catching a piece. That's 3 points for Bradley. He serves.
One consistent issue that Cabrera's had, including in the practices, is that overhead screen. He's got all the power in the world to get the ball back, but again, you got to keep that overhead screen in mind. Then what happens is after he hits it once or twice, he then starts throwing them low, which puts them well within the catching radius of Bradley. So we'll see what happens in these next couple points. Because Bradley's not someone you want to be feeding the ball in that strike zone between his shoulders and his waist.
Backhand into the corner. Here's Bradley. That's a tough rebote right on the wall. Just flicks it up. Cabrera, middle of the court. 7-line. Softer touch on the forehand. Doesn't overthrow it. That's going to score. Ball tipped. Gives Cabrera 2 points and the serve.
Again, haven't seen Bradley play in I guess it's about 10 months. About 8-10 months, something like that. He's really looking good coming back here in 2024.
Hard serve, crossing the sidewall. Bradley stays with it. Backhand to pass. Cabrera looking for the rebote. Soft touch on the 2-wall. That's going to land and score. We're tied up, 3-3.
It's not necessarily a... Don't want to call it a Dejada rebote. It wasn't a drop shot rebote, just enough to get to the front wall. And Bradley's as fast as anyone. I mean, Bradley's sport was
track
and field. Yeah, one of the fastest guys on the roster.
Bradley winds up the forehand. It's a carom. That lands in and scores. Bradley retakes the lead, 4-3.
Very well thrown.
Yeah, I didn't really show that one until the last second. See Cabrera moving inside. You always got to be careful with that carom. So much power.
Yeah, that
Once
opens
he catches
up.
you going the other way. Tough to get back out there.
That really opens up. But I tell you, there's no shortage of seriousness here over on the sideline, is there? Yeah.
Both teams
in
up
the players' pit? Yeah, very much so.
Fault under serve. Second serve for Bradley. Cabrera takes the serve off the sidewall. Here's a backhand. Bradley steps up, has it at the 8 line. Powerful throw into the corner. The Chula scores for Bradley. Brings it to 5-3. He's got a possible set point.
At Chula, basically, there's a sweet spot right between the floor and the back wall. Ball hits right there, doesn't come out on the rebote. It happens very rarely here at Magic City. We see, actually, I guess we've been seeing 1 or 2 a game day now. We are seeing it more frequently, but still pretty hard to get.
Oh, over serve. Second serve for Bradley. Second serve is good. Takes Cabrera up to the 10 line. There's the backhand now. Bradley looking for the rebote. Tough save high off the front wall. Big bouncer. Missed on the bounce. Point and set. Bradley takes it 6-3. 2 minutes. Come back. Play set number 2.
Tough catch there by Cabrera. He moved up on the ball. Court positioning was good. That's a ball you want to take in the air and not on the bounce. You saw how he made that. I'm going to butcher this, but that twisty motion, basically trying to trap the ball. Similar how you catch in lacrosse. Ball comes in, you basically make that trapping move. In highlight, maybe it works about 40% of the time.
Yeah, ball kind of pops out.
Yeah.
Tough to control it in the basket when you make that bit of a stabbing catch. Either way, though, really good play by Bradley, who, as you noted, hasn't played on this court in quite a while. And
coming off a knee surgery.
I mean, for him, it's just a matter of staying healthy. When we've seen him in a full season, he's had a good singles record. He's had a really good doubles record.
And I also find it interesting as I'm looking at this for the first time, I hadn't paid attention to team dynamics there before. You got Zulaika there seated on his left. Ubia sitting in front of him. He's surrounded by a lot of highlight experience.
Yeah.
And Bradley is, as we know, professional as they come.
Yeah.
I mean, his professionalism, his seriousness. I once told the funniest joke that I have ever told in my life, and I think it was like 4 years ago, to him. And
They're still talking about it.
I'm still
It was
waiting.
that funny.
It was that funny. I'm still waiting for him to smile, though.
Yeah.
That's how serious he is. That's serious.
And this could be a great system for him with the Chargers. I mean, surrounding him with that experience, he takes it as seriously as just about anybody. As a backcourter with some really good front quarters up in front of him. It's going to be a pretty good marriage here with Bradley on the Chargers. Flipping over to the Fireballs here, Cabrera.
The expansion team.
Yes, good showing in the first match in the backcourt. I mean, Bradley's a tough guy to play against.
Yes, he is.
So, I mean, for Cabrera,
He doesn't have a traditional form, so when he's winding up, you're not exactly sure where he's going. Cabrera will get used to that over the course of the battle court seasons. Again, Cabrera having a little bit of difficulty with that overhead screen, but
see all those Fireballs there as well. The team dynamic with the Fireballs, the expansion team here in our Spring 24 Battle Court season.
let's see if we go to a third set or if Bradley's able to finish it in 2 for the Chargers.
We are ready to begin our second set. Cabrera will serve to Bradley. There's a serve. Our second set is underway with a nice catch by Bradley. He's across the sidewall. Here's Cabrera up at the 8 line. Bradley's got it. Same spot. Harder backhand to pass. Rebote left side. Going to be a big bouncer. Look, Bradley went for it in the air. Just tipped it.
Cabrera covering the basics. Get your cesta onto the ball when it's coming off the back wall. Get that ball in play, which is exactly what he did. Bradley, often depending upon the bounce, or in other words, he waits for it to bounce before making the catch. In highlight, whenever possible, you want to catch that ball in the air.
Strong backhand now by Bradley. Just clears the overhead screen. Cabrera. Inside placement. Big bouncer. Stopped up high on the left side. Little clip off the sidewall. Here's Bradley on the outside. High, hard play, 3 walls. Cabrera looking for it. You got assessed on it. That ball is in play. Big bouncer. Bradley now 5-line extended on the outside. Low and hard. Just beat him to the inside. That's well thrown by Bradley. Ties it up, 1-1.
When Bradley's got the ball right there and he's looking at you and he's swinging up the other way, all you can do is just see where the ball's going, try to get your cesta in the way. Maybe you make the catch.
Look at this effort.
Tremendous effort by Cabrera. He makes a difficult save. But you see Bradley is all over this ball. Takes on the right side, takes a peek right there where his opponent is, blasts it low and inside. Just
and again, that ball needed to be in that spot, just perfect. It's off the wall. Cabrera can get there comfortably, right on the numbers. Need that extra couple of feet, unable to get there.
Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Powerful serve. Here's Cabrera standing in at the 11 line. Bradley, 9 line. There's a rebote carom that opens up and scores.
Bradley doing what Cabrera did in the first set there. Cabrera just landed a 2-wall rebote that didn't have much on it. Same thing there. Bradley with enough to get this ball up to the front wall, but not enough to bounce to his opponent. Really well played. 1. Yeah, that's really well played.
Cabrera gets up to that serve, low runner inside. Bradley knocked it down, unable to get back in. Cabrera ties it up, 2-2.
Again, Bradley with now one of the original Magic City players, but now with 6.5 years experience on this court. This is Cabrera's first professional singles match at Magic City.
High, hard forehand. That's a 3-wall play. Cabrera, Bote just above the pad. Actually caught the pad on the way back down. And part of that pad is bad. Out of play. Bradley leads 3-2. Into the inside. There's Bradley. Tough catch on the inside at the 10 line. This one coming in low and hard. Here's Cabrera out. Big return. Bradley on the move early. Stops at the 8 line. High rebote coming out a little too high up in the overhead screen and out of play. Trading points here. It's 3-3. Cabrera serves.
Bradley won the first set for the Chargers 6-3. We're tied up here in the second set. Curious to see if Cabrera is able to bring us to a third and decisive set, or Bradley will close it out in straight sets.
Bradley advanced, then backed up. What a play on the serve. Shoots the carom. That's going to kick off the court.
Bradley's really confident, as he should be, with that carom. Carom goes into the side wall, cuts to the front wall, has to land within the boundary line. That red line in front of the judges. That, of course, landed out. See if what Cabrera is able to do here.
Ball tipped by Cabrera. 4-4 is the score. Bradley serve. Nice serve by Bradley, crossing the sidewall deep in the backcourt, brings in the 5-4. He's got a possible set and a possible match point.
That forehand is a weapon for Bradley, crossing the sidewall beautifully off the serve, coming in low and hard. See if he's got another one.
First serve is an underserve. Second serve for Bradley. Second serve is well placed. Better catch by Cabrera. The backhand clears the overhead screen. Bradley sprinting up to the 6 line. The rebote is missed. We are at 5-5. Possible match point here for Bradley. It is set point for Cabrera. Cabrera serves.
Interesting point.
Bradley backing up. He's got it on the forehand. Cabrera advances. Nice catch on the left side. High, hard backhand just does clear. Bradley lining up the rebote. That's saved inside. Going to be a tough scoop. Cabrera's got it. Backhand inside. That ball is tipped. We are going to a third and decisive set in just 2 minutes. Cabrera wins it 6-5.
Welcome back to the 2-minute break in between sets, live from Battle Court here in Miami, Florida. DraftKings, one of our proud sponsors, what we call the ESPN3 Players Cage. Players come back here in between sets and in between matches. Currently in the middle of a singles match, overall game day between the Fireballs in blue and the purple and white shirts for the Chargers. You see the points there for our current match. Split sets. Bradley beating Cabrera. Bradley there with the headband. Beating Cabrera 6-3 the first set. A close one there in the second set, 6-5. With Cabrera coming out on top. That forces a third and decisive set. Winner of this set will win the match. Bradley consulting with Zuleika. Once again, that's how Bradley spends most of his time in between sets, just quiet contemplation. He's taking everything in that Zuleika is telling him. 100% of everything. Let's say we begin the third set. You ready to announce one?
Let's do it. Let's do third and decisive set. Bradley will serve to Cabrera. Third set starting now. There's a serve. Our third set is underway. Rebote miss by Bradley. Cabrera ends the scoring in our third set at the first point.
Always good to get that first point up on the board just for your own awareness when you're out there. Good placement of the ball by Cabrera.
Ball caught overhead by Cabrera. On the inside, this one passes. Bradley, forehand rebote laid up to the inside. Cabrera again, big backhand, just going to pass.
Same throw.
This one right on the numbers. Bradley puts it just above the pad. Here's Cabrera. Same throw, high off back wall. Here's a rebote forehand, one hook.
So that was an example of Cabrera just playing his game. Look, just keep throwing it back, throwing it back, throwing it back, waiting for Bradley to make a mistake. Bradley has not been making those mistakes. That one there, just try to turn into a carom rebote. And
Rebote left side, comes right up the middle. Here's Bradley, powerful throw, back inside, good body control. Cabrera scooped it up.
great catch. That time he got a good start.
One opens up to the outside, Cabrera shoots it inside, Bradley scooped it up. Quick release on the back end, Cabrera now coming back, that rebote's not gonna make it. Great effort by Bradley, he gets the point and the serve.
Really, really well played point by both Cabrera and Bradley.
Backhand inside, Bradley letting it pass. Rebote forehand just above the pad. Cabrera's got to move up. He gets there before the second bounce. Inside placement. Bradley not there front ways. What a rebote effort
screen
on the back end. Just catching a piece of that overhead screen. Cabrera leads it by 2, 3-1. Our third and decisive set.
Still as close as can be. Bradley very focused. Of course, momentum currently in favor of Cabrera, but the pressure is also on Cabrera in this, his first professional singles match at Magic City in Battle Court.
Fault over serve. Flew past the 7th line, second serve coming up for Cabrera. Bradley on the hop, takes a serve straight to the
placement.
outside.
Beautiful.
That one scores.
Throw the ball where your opponent's not. That's exactly what Bradley did. Outside placement of the forehand, landing perfectly.
1 point separates the two. Bradley serves. Take another look at this. Bradley charging the serve. Look at Cabrera. I mean, opening up to the inside. Bradley takes advantage. Straight outside. Doesn't even take a step for it. And puts it so low just above the pad. Well done. Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. And good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Big backhand to the inside. Here's a rebote. Bradley diving save. That came up short. Cabrera leads by 2, 4-3 advantage.
Sportsmanship shown beautifully here in battle court. Cabrera quick to help Bradley up. We are in the third and decisive set here. Bradley versus Cabrera.
Well placed serve, better catch by Bradley's across the side wall. Rebote, 2-wall. That ball lands in and scores for Cabrera. What a shot, the fall down 2-wall. Off the rebote, brings him to a 5-2 lead. He's got a possible match point.
Of any time to throw it, what a time to throw it. That is a beautiful 2-wall executed by Cabrera. What a time to throw it.
Bradley, nice catch on the left side. Nice control on the backhand. Still gets it to pass. Forehand rebote, drop just above the pad. Here's Bradley charging up at the 7 line. Shoots it inside, right back to Cabrera. Great positioning. Bradley on the rebote, forehand. Sticks inside again. Here's Cabrera up at the 7 line. Backhand, 2-wall, lands in. That was ruled to have been holding by Bradley, so it scores for the win. Point, set, and match. Cabrera ends it, winning 6-2 in the third and decisive set. Yeah, 2-wall was pretty close to scoring, but the official call was a hold there on Bradley. He took a bunch of steps when he caught the ball to when he was going to release it. Cabrera, though, how about that? Coming back, winning 6-5 in the second set, then 6-2. He's 2-0 today. His debut, Stu. How about that?
Good for him. So this day going back and forth. Zuleika wins the first one. Hernandez and Cabrera win the second one. Iturbide and Urbia win the third one. Cabrera wins the fourth one. Look at those points.
Yeah, and dead even on points. 2.5 per team going into match number 5. Division 6 ranked doubles. Jedin and Hernandez. Jedin making his debut here in 2024 with Hernandez behind him taking on El Barba and Ubia. Seen both players for the Chargers already. Cabrera ready to go for that post-match interview. I mean, hard to overstate how significant a 2-0 record here is on an opening day. I mean, these guys have a bunch of experience. Cabrera comes in, plays spoiler, a lot of these Chargers. Here he is, ready to go. Cabrera for the second time today.
All right, Cabrera, congratulations on winning your second match of the day. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I gave my team a chance to win today, so I'm trusting that these guys will go out there and do their job.
What was it like joining this new team as the expansion team? What were your thoughts about just having a whole new team you have to worry about?
It's exciting. Jai-Alai is usually more of a selfish sport, I guess. Usually play for yourself. This brings a new element to it, so we have to rely on each other, and we have a really good group of guys, and I'm happy to be part of the team.
Cabrera, congratulations on winning that match. See what has happened tonight.
All right, thank you.
Up next, Stu, 6 ranked doubles. You introduced the teams. Let's see them here. Jedin and Hernandez for the Fireballs. We already saw Hernandez up in the front showing off of versatility here on this opening day. Moving to the back now. Their opponents, El Barba and Ubia. A really good start for El Barba up in the front. Kind of slowed down as we progressed through that opening doubles match. That was Hernandez and Cabrera defeating El Barba and Benny. Now he's got Ubia behind him. And these two played together a couple times when Williams was injured for the Renegades last season and actually had a little bit of success together, a couple wins under their belt. So Ubia's coming in with some confidence. El Barba as well against a team that doesn't have any court experience in competition with one another. See how it goes. We'll have Jedin and Hernandez, the Fireballs, with the first serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our next match. Jedin will serve for the Fireballs, receiving. Elbarba and Ubia for the Chargers. Jeddah serves, we begin. Backhand by Ubia. That's in the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point for the blue shirts, the Fireballs, Jeddah and Hernandez. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
You say, why did Ubia just throw that ball in the overhead screen? Well, not the intent. Just trying to pass, get Jeddah involved early on, forcing to play a couple rebotes.
Powerful backhand by Hernandez. Catches the overhead screen, which is out of play. We're all tied up, 1 point apiece.
You see Hernandez trying to do the same.
It's court familiarity for Hernandez, trying to feel out how he can place that backhand on the front wall high enough to get it to pass, but keep it away from the overhead screen.
With a cold ball to start off a match, a little bit more difficult to pass consistently, which is why these guys are giving it a little extra. Caught the overhead screen.
Here's the backhand by Hernandez. Rebote save. Jeddah cuts it off beautifully at the 3-line. Placement inside. 2 players on the run. It scores. Well played by Jeddah. Jeddah and Hernandez with 2 points. Jeddah serves.
Just love the confident play by Jeddah up there in the front court. Didn't hesitate. Moved to that ball, positioned himself perfectly, and threw a shot right when he got it. From the costado, which is not strength in his game. Shows you that he's really developed throughout this offseason.
Backhand by Ubia. Rebote forehand by Jeddah. Nicely played. Here's Ubia. Backhand. Hernandez on the catch. Backhand from the 13 line. Hernandez from the forehand. Ball coming in wobbly and missed. We're all tied up 2 points apiece. Elbarba serves.
Yeah, a little bit crossed up there. Didn't know whether to take that on the right or the left, ultimately choosing the right, but he knows.
Also, this is getting a little bit into the weeds, but Hernandez has traditionally played with a full backcourt cesta.
Sure.
He's playing with a cesta that's 2 or 3 millimeters, or centimeters rather, shorter.
And that size is significant.
Jeddah went for the serve, tipped ball. That's a point for Elbarba and Ubia. They lead 3-2. Elbarba serves. Excellent catch by Hernandez. There's the backhand. Ubia, backhand from the 9-line. Hernandez going for the ball into the back wall. That's a 4th point for Elbarba and Ubia. Elbarba serves.
Just kind of lost track of where he was, ranging back for it, got it in the cesta, just really didn't have enough real estate there in the back to get it off. With reps on this court, he'll know to let that ball come out. Let Jeddah get involved, who has a really good rebote, particularly from that right side.
Backhand by Hernandez. Here's the catch by Ubia. Hernandez, backhand. Right to the corner, out to the rebote. Elbarba makes the save. Jeddah attacks at the 4-line. Powerful forehand. Rebote coming out. Ubia on the run. Catch by Hernandez. Hernandez, right side. Elbarba with a tip ball. 3 points for Jeddah and Hernandez. Jeddah serves.
You see Ubia just giving Elbarba some confidence. Say, hey, if that's your ball, you want to take it, go for it. On the move, as he's moving away from it, just tough to time that one up, but like to see the positive communication between the two players. Elbarba, really good partner there in the back.
Here's the backhand by Ubia. Ooh, ball tipped in the back corner by Hernandez. That is 5 points and a possible set point for the Chargers with Elbarba and Ubia. Elbarba serves.
And that's the second one. Trapped in the corner, just going to know with court experience that he's going to let that one come out and get Jeddah involved on the rebote.
Outside placement, stopped by El Barba. El Barba dropping it inside, attempting to drop it inside, hits the pad, and the pad is bad. 4 points for Jedin and Hernandez. Still possible set point for El Barba and Ubia. Jedin serves.
Since that first drop shot, El Barba's, just trying to throw these shots a little too perfectly. He doesn't need to be that precise.
When he was saying that he tweaked something in his ribs, he doesn't look quite as solid as he did in that first set.
Again, just keep that ball. If that soft Cortana makes contact, that's still a long way for Hernandez to come.
Alt underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. El Barba picks the serve. Drop shot. Jedin read it. Gets there. Does not overthrow the backhand. Leads it back. Robote saved by Ubia. Here's Hernandez. Backhand powerfully thrown from the 8 line. Robote. Here's Hernandez. Backhand. Robote coming out.
Oh, my.
Tejada Robote scores for El Barba. Point and set. Point and set for El Barba and Ubia of the Chargers. We'll take 2 minutes. We'll come back out and play our next set.
I think El Barba just gave us a little MJ shrug right there. Like, yeah, you didn't expect the Tejada off the Robote there? What do you expect?
Well, I wasn't expecting it.
Oh, you got to love it. El Barba. On or off, just entertaining to watch.
El Barba always.
Always. Oh,
well,
man.
it really depends. You have to have a refined sense of humor. Look at this. What? It
does he lost his footing,
It looked like he lost his footing, but I still don't know that. Okay.
That was highly.
My prognostication, he was going to throw that no matter what and lost his footing as a result of setting up to throw the drop shot. That's what I said. So it looked like because he wasn't ready to make a full swing on that.
No, the loss of footing may actually have helped him out. Just kind of.
Yeah, I think that
came out a little lower.
And El Barba has specifically talked about that, is the time in between the ball. He knows the ball is coming to him, and the thinking that he puts into it in between the time that the ball comes off the wall and is coming to him, either off the front wall or off the Robote, sometimes screws him up. Here we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. Players taking their 2-minute break here in between sets. See the expansion team fireballs there. Entire team, I'll tell you, this is a strong team. Every point, the entire team gathers together.
Yeah. Love the camaraderie amongst the group. They've just been practicing together for about a month.
Yeah.
Just 1 month. The draft was back on the 9th, so almost to the day. These guys are looking really good, Stu. So far today, they have lost every first set, but they've come right back, and they've won 2 of 4 matches. We are deadlocked in terms of the game day score. Just expect that this team's going to get better and better. Some high hopes for this Fireballs team.
Very much so, Andrew. Very much so. Second set. Time to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Reminder, you're watching Battle Court live from Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. First team to win 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Jedin will serve for the Fireballs. Here's the serve. We begin. Ubia. Backhand. Beautiful catch by Hernandez. That backhand gets away from him, hits the overhead screen. First point for El Barba and Ubia of the Chargers. El Barba serves.
Trying to make that big swing on the backhand and get it to pass after making a tough catch. Usually don't have control when you see it like that. Sailing way up higher than he would have liked. Ultimately up at the overhead screen, pretty far up towards the front wall.
Good read by Hernandez on that serve dropping. Here's Ubia. Jedin eyes on the ball and a beautiful Robote. This ball comes to the inside. El Barba's there. Catch by Jedin. Call is in. Jedin serves.
And there is an option here to challenge, of course. Challenge rules still the same as they were back in the fall of 2023. You get one challenge per game day. If you get it right, you keep it. See some discussion here. Ubia going over to his Chargers teammates. When one judge is...
Challenge has been called.
I was going to say, when one judge is adamant that the ball is in and the other seems a little bit indecisive, you tend to go with the one who's more aggressively calling it in, and that was a backcourt judge there. So...
And it is all based on did it touch the line or not.
Yes, any contact with the line, that ball is out. The ball has to land completely in the court.
Can't have any contact with the line. Jedden was on top of that ball. He wanted that out, especially against El Barba.
And again, challenge rules from last year for those that are new here. The original call on the floor was in. So if replay says that the ball is out, the point will go to the Fireballs. If the call stands, as originally called, which is in, the point will stay with the Chargers. So here's the rebote by Jedden. And El Barba is going to drop it inside. Here's what we're looking at. This looked pretty far in. Let's see that left. We'll keep it on this camera right here. Yeah, here's the look. Yeah, see where that ball landed?
That's it.
Fully in the line. No part of that ball touching the red.
Fireball
the
point.
Chief judge coming back saying
for the
that
Fireballs.
Is good. Take a look right there, folks. And we can back it up again. You can see that line? Yeah, that mark right there, almost right on that other mark.
I mean, if you're gonna call a review of something, that's a good one to review because remember how fast that ball is moving when you're trying to see if it makes contact with the
So
line.
Jedden and Hernandez do have a point. We are tied 1-1. And the Chargers do lose their challenge through the remainder of the game day. Fireballs still retain theirs.
Here's the backhand by Hernandez. Here's Ubia, backhand, low runner. Down low, Hernandez is there. Powerful backhand, caught on the forehand of Ubia. Ubia over the top. Catch by Hernandez. Hernandez forehand. Ubia makes the call. Catch by Hernandez. Beautiful catch by Hernandez. Low and hard and caught by Ubia. Excellent control and a good return by Hernandez into the corner. Ubia's on it. Rebote by Hernandez. El Barba reaching out, has a tip ball. Well played. Jedden and Hernandez with Fireballs take their second point.
A couple times in the previous match and this one with Ubia where El Barba's reached in there to try to cut it off and just knocked it down. Out of the sixes, I mean, perhaps El Barba is the #1 candidate to take it. He's got a bunch of shots that he can throw, but you'd rather let that rally continue, get the ball back to Ubia if you're not 100% confident that you can make that catch.
Ball underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and the 7 line. Double fault.
Overserve.
Overserve. That's a point for El Barba and Ubia of the Chargers. We are tied up at 2 points apiece.
I don't know if I've seen Jedden do that. I mean, a couple of guys go Sherry, Carballo,
I don't think so.
El Barba's done it.
Yeah, Jedden not one for double faulting.
Usually pretty consistent on that second serve, just gets it in.
Here's the catch by Ubia. There's the backhand. Here's the backhand by Hernandez. Catch by Jedden. Backhand by Ubia. Here's Hernandez. Backhand. Powerful. That clears the overhead screen. Here's El Barba. Cortado rebote. Hernandez makes the catch. Low and hard to the feet of Ubia. He scoops it up. Beautiful catch by Hernandez at the 13 line. Oh, wow. Outside placement scores. Well thrown by Ubia. 3 points for Elbarba and Ubia of the Chargers. Elbarba serves.
It's just a late start for Jedden. I mean, the ball was in the air for a long time. He didn't react to it till it was pretty much right to him or almost by him. Ubia doesn't mix that in all too much, but we've seen a couple backhand 2-walls, a few outside placements. Just keep the defense honest. See right here, catch overhead, opens up towards the outside. See that move, Jedden on an island? Yeah. Tough catch on the bounce, too. Really got to time that one up perfectly.
Beautiful catch by Hernandez off a good serve by Elbarba. Here's Ubia. Powerful forehand. And it scores on the return. 4 points for Elbarba and Ubia. Elbarba will serve.
And nothing overly complicated to see Hernandez just apologizing to his front court. That's a ball that he expects to catch. Kicking up high on the left side. Not that easy, but still for a player of his caliber, you expect him to make that catch pretty consistently in the back.
Robote forehand. Hernandez is there. Nice placement inside. Here's the catch. Ubia gets it off in time. Hernandez down low. Backhand from the 10 line. Powerfully thrown. Right to the corner. Low Robote saved by Ubia. Here's Hernandez. Backhand by Hernandez. Tipped by Ubia. 3 points for the blue shirts. Jedden and Hernandez. Jedden serves.
And this time the jump there just a little bit late, right off the top of the cesta. I mean, after some early misses with Iturbide, Ubia's been just about as solid as you could hope for in the back.
There's the backhand by Ubia. Robote. Robote forehand for Jedden to the outside. Beautifully played. Ubia makes a save with good control. Here's the backhand by Hernandez, and it scores on the return. 4-4 is the score. Jedden serves.
Tied up here at 4. Look at this one. Coming in, the low runner. Ubia goes for it one-handed. Not nonchalant, just because he has a little more control there with one hand. Not going to bring it in.
Robote cuts to the inside. That's a beautiful forehand Robote by Jedden. Elbarba, equally good Robote. Here's Hernandez. Backhand. Robote save. Jedden moves in, has it on the forehand. Hard to the corner. That's a beautiful throw by Jedden. Nice save on the Robote. This ball bounces in and scores. That is 5 points and a possible match point for the Chargers. Elbarba and Ubia. Elbarba serves.
Oh, those floaters so tough to catch. Especially for a new player on this roster. I mean, you had Ubia with a couple reps with those, but Hernandez hasn't quite seen many just popping out of the basket. And it's for the Chargers to jump out ahead in the game day. Straight set victory.
Backhand powerfully thrown by Hernandez and tipped in the backcourt. We are now at 5-5. So we have set point for the Fireballs in the blue shirts. Match point for the Chargers.
Again, Ubia takes his eye off it, reaching up overhead. Gotta look that ball in the basket. This is it, 5-5. It's a good serve. Better catch.
Robote forehand fired low and hard, caught by Ubia. Jedden gets in there outside. Placement will land wide. That is point set in a hard-fought match in straight sets for the Chargers. Elbarba and Ubia winning 6-4, 6-5.
Wow. Back and forth straight set contest going in favor of the Chargers. They lead the game day 4-2.5. We saved the best for last. Top-ranked doubles match coming up next. Inaki and Amigarena against Zuleika and Benny. Stay tuned. It's just about 2.5 minutes away. Look at that game day score. As he said, 4 points for the Chargers. Courtesy of El Barba and Ubia. That team, whether it's in the Renegades uniform or the Chargers, seem to have some good chemistry.
No question about it. That scoreboard, of course, brought to you by DraftKings.
In tomorrow's game day, for those looking ahead, you'll see one of the two teams that is yet to play. That will be the Cyclones.
I hear they have a new backcourt.
They do. We'll be seeing him tomorrow, Lopez. Returning here to the U.S. to play here in Battle Court. Their opponents will be the Warriors.
Can't tell you how many times last month I've been asked, the Lopez? Yes, the Lopez.
Well, we're going to hear from our winners, El Barba and Ubia. There's the 6th team for the Chargers.
All right, Ubia, El Barba, congratulations on winning that match. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you.
Just, relieved. It's early in the season, knock the jitters off and learn how to close out a game and, stepping up and doing that when at the right time.
Yeah, likewise. A little bit, the first game's always, there's a little bit of uncertainty. You want to, get into a little bit of rhythm. Once you get into rhythm, we were good, actually.
Well, guys, congratulations again for winning that match. We'll see what happens on this last match of the day.
Yeah!
All right, thank you.
Yes, he did. Thank you.
He said yeehaw?
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Yeehaw.
We'll get a translation on that for you, folks.
West Virginia dialect, I believe.
I believe so. Up next.
Andrew, tell us what's up next.
This is a fun one. You've waited all day long. You're rewarded with a top-ranked doubles match to close it out. For the Fireballs, it's a team of Inaki and Amiga Reina. For the Chargers, this is a team we've seen the last couple seasons, Zuleika and Bennett.
I have to say that since Zuleika shaved off that very thin facial hair that he had, he's looking almost as young as his partner Benny, the youngest guy on the roster.
Tell you what, this is a pretty solid top-ranked team. I mean, 4-4 last season. Let a couple matches slip away at the end. Tell you what, though, Inaki and Amiga Reina, if Inaki plays the way that he ended some of those earlier seasons of Battle Court, it's one of the best front quarters on the roster, as we said earlier today. And Amiga Reina, gaining that experience on this court, looked pretty solid in the opening match. See what he can do right here. There's a serve. Our final match of the day is underway. Here's a backhand by Amiga Reina. Benny runs around it to keep it on the left side. Inaki backing up to the 9. High, hard return. Here's Benny deep in the backcourt. Inaki again. Hard throw. Comes back to the left side of Benny. One right on the inside. That ball is missed. Zuleika and Benny on the board first in our final match of the game day.
Again, players getting used to the court, especially these players who are playing for the first time today, not the first practice.
Amiga Reina from the left side, low runner, back to Benny, back it up, he scooped it up. Amiga Reina on the inside, here's Zuleika, up at the 9, big, powerful backhand, well, too powerful, and that kicked up on the overhead screen. She is out of play. 1-1, tied up.
High degree of intensity here on both sides of the ball. But the Chargers, Zuleika and Benny, with a full year of experience playing with each other.
Wrong throw, Amiga Reina lets that one come out. Inaki on the rebote, puts it inside. Tough catch by Zuleika. Here's the backhand. Amiga Reina got there in the air, backhand low and hard. Then he steps up. Zuleika, placement to the inside, no play for Inaki. Here's Amiga Reina. Backhand from the 9 line, stopped overhead by Benny. Inaki from the 8 line, backhand kicking up. Benny now from the 10 line, higher and harder. This one's gonna pass. Robote is on the wall to
Beautiful Robote.
save Inaki, drops it inside. Here's Benny again. Garena reaching low, got it on the left side. Here's Benny now from the 12. Inaki standing in up at the 7. There's a backhand inside. Benny's got it again. Higher and harder. Garena steps out of the way. Here's Inaki on the Robote. Jai-Alai now ranging back at the 10 line, keeps it inside. Migarena again, up at the 10. Benny now, a little deeper in the backcourt. High and hard, passing. Bote comes back to the left side of Benny. Full throw again. Here's Migarena reaching in the corner, comes out. Benny ranging back for it at the 11. Powerful throw, not going to get past Migarena, backed up to the glass. This one comes up the middle. Here's Benny now on the forehand. We'll kick off the sidewall. Migarena keeps it on the left side, low runner. Benny getting back in there. He does before the second bounce. This ball launched, wall to wall. Jai-Alai stays with it. Forehander Bote back to the left side of Migarena. Here's Benny now up at the 10. Powerful throw again for Migarena. Jai-Alai, forehander Bote drops between the fireballs, and Migarena lets to play it on the back end. Here's Jai-Alai, goes to the inside, picked up on the bounce. Nice catch up high on the left side. Forehander Bote, here's Migarena. Backhand 2-wall. Jai-Alai's got that in the air. Jai-Alai shoots it inside. Inaki caught it in the air, moving cross court.
Migarena definitely looking more comfortable than he did in the earlier match.
Here's Benny up at the 9 line. Big backhand again, wall to wall. Inaki on the Robote. Comes back to Benny there at the 11. Ball takes Benny to the middle of the court. High off the front wall. Migarena going to let it pass. Inaki lines up the 3-wall play, keeps it inside. Big bouncer. Stopped by Benny. His forehand. Saved on the left side by Inaki. Here's Benny charging at the 8. Inside placement. Stopped in the air. Here's Migarena. Jai-Alai 2-wall. Thrown to score. Ball was ruled in. We have another challenge. So the Chargers used their challenge in the previous match. Fireball still have theirs. Inaki, he was quick on it. He said, hey, we want to take another look at it.
Absolutely. So if any part of this ball touches the line, it is out. It was judged to be in.
Again, this is the right time to use it. Just overheard they're taking, hey, last match of the day, crucial point. Now let's take a look right here. Don't know if we can get a look on our screen.
I hear that it's let's take a look at what happens. I believe we have a call.
Yeah, that looks
out.
like it's line. Yeah, square on that red line. Ball touches any part of the line, that is out.
Point for the Fireballs.
So it was originally ruled in. Replay says that that ball is out of play. So in this case, we can award a point to the Fireballs. Ball was thrown out of play. Fireballs get that point, and they retain their challenge.
Inaki did begin his career at Magic City as a judge. Not saying it gives him any, better eye, but
he was adamant. He was quick. Right away called for it. Sometimes there's a little, hey, do we challenge? I don't know. I didn't really see it. Inaki was quick, and he was right, most important. 2-1 lead for the Fireballs. There's a backhand by Benny, low runner. Taken in by Migarena. This one on the wall. Benny steps out of the way. Jai-Alai, therefore the Robote.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they retain their challenge as well.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Another close call comes in. The Fireballs are able to challenge. Powerful forehand coming inside. That ball was juggled. Juggling on the catch of Inaki. Second point for the Chargers.
Again, so proud to see Inaki coming back from both injury and illness that kept him down in 2023. More conservative style of play than we saw from him prior to the injury.
Inaki can open it up. I want to give him that confidence to do so. Zulaika on the move, Rabote dropping. Migarena has to dig it out. He does. This one coming up the middle. Benny going to keep it on the left side, low runner. Inaki coming cross court. What a catch as that crossed the side wall. Here's Benny now at the 13 line. Powerful throw. Back to the left side of Migarena. Here's Benny now up at the 10. Launches this wall to wall. Inaki settles at the 5 line, puts it inside. Back to Benny. This one on the bounce. Rabote comes shooting out. Turned by Migarena. Zulaika right back to him. Tough Rabote saved on the back end. Benny advances up at the 10. Launch another one. Inaki on the moves. Up at the 5 line. Turns it high and hard back into the corner. Pick up by Migarena. There's a backhand again. Opening up. Takes Benny to the middle of the court. Sidearm throw back inside. Migarena calls him off. He's got the play on the back end. That's Rabote. Zulaika. Splitter. Stopped by Migarena. Migarena from the outside shoots it back to Benny. His Rabote save. That opens up. Migarena's got it on the outside before the second bounce. Right back to Benny again. Takes it front ways. Ryan Rabote back over the top. Here's Benny on the left side.
What a point.
What a catch now by Zulaika. Crashing into the sidewall. Migarena keeps it on the left side at the 12. Benny not able to get there. On the Rabote, here's Zulaika, just lays it up, soft touch. Migarena up at the 11 now. Hard backhand, Benny's got this one. Right on the sidewall the entire way. Cutting inside, Inaki just flicks it up. All he can do with it. Zulaika on the Costado, the splitter. Just out of reach and scoring. What a point going to the Chargers. Zulaika and Benny lead 3-2.
Beautiful match played so far. Catch by catch, throw by throw. All 4 players. Inaki with a beautiful save there at the sidewall. Zulaika going for the split placement. Again, got to think a few months down the road, of course he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Migarena will be on top of that ball.
Exactly. Just not really expecting many split placements. I mean, traditionally,
Yes.
more 2 walls beating him to the net side. Got to know that when Zulaika switches it up, he doesn't keep that coastie inside. He tends to throw either a 2 wall or a split. Forehand Rabote, Zulaika just does clear the overhead screen. What a throw that was.
Floater.
Here's Benny now up at the 8. Rips the backhand. Caught right on the left side of Migarena, deep in the backcourt. Benny now from the 11. Sidearm forehand, stopped overhead. Here's Inaki. Rabote's coming out. Rebound off the back wall. Played back inside to Migarena. That one dropping for Benny. Plays the Rabote on the back end. Good patience. Migarena now middle of the court. Back over the top to the outside. What a Rabote. That's a 2-all by Benny. Big bounce. What a control by Inaki. And the carom on the
what
return.
a point.
Is picture perfect.
What a point, what a point, what a point. Tremendous play by all 4 players. Excellent control by Inaki finishing that off.
We are tied up 3-3. A couple more caroms from Inaki as well. And known for that Costado 2-all from the left side, but the right side becoming a factor today. Nice catch by Migarena, low on the left side. Here's a Migarena. Benny down. 12 line extended, big backhand, cutting inside. Kick off the sidewall, Inaki's got it, pushed it outside. Zulaika stays with it. Rabote save, coming deep in the backcourt. Migarena now back beyond the 13. Left catch by Benny there. Play call by Inaki. He plays the Rabote inside. Here's Benny now, standing in there on the forehand. Inside placement, drops between them. Migarena has the Rabote. Zulaika, quick turn on the backhand. Low runner, right off the sidewall. That's caught by Migarena. Low bullet, stopped by Benny. Here's Benny now up at the 10 line. Higher and harder. Rabote forehand. Will kick off the sidewall. Here's Zulaika, inside placement. Migarena stops it. Zuleika keeps it inside. Amigarena's got another one low. Here's Benny in the corner. Has to scoop it up. He does. Inaki there on the left side. Rabote's coming out. Forehand Rabote kept inside. Amigarena lines it up. Backhand 2-wall. Missed on the right side of Zuleika. That's 4 points for the Fireballs, Inaki and Amigarena.
I'm surprised that Amigarena went to that twice. That's the second one that he's thrown. Again, unconventional shot, the backhand 2-wall. Some of our backcourters like to throw, well, actually, a number of our players like to throw it here at Magic City.
Throw by Benny right into the Chula. That scores. 4-4 is the score. Chargers serve. Tough catch by Amigarena. That surveyed him up. Zuleika middle of the court on the forehand. Blasted inside. Amigarena stepped up, caught in the air. Benny now at the 11. Launches another one. Big backhand coming. Inaki on the move. Back pedal. Stops. Drops it over the top. Back to Benny. Amigarena again. Back at the 13 line. That ball opens up. Big bounce on the Rabote. Played inside. Pick up again. Benny now ranging back beyond the 13. Keeps this inside. Amigarena's got it at the 11. Lower and harder. Benny steps up. Backhand. Coming out to Inaki on the Rabote. Puts this up the middle. Zuleika calls him off. Lines it up. Shoots it low and hard. Little contact with the sidewall. Amigarena's got it up overhead. Benny steps out of the way. Zuleika, Rabote played inside. Dropping low. Inaki, quick high turn on the 2-wall. Benny from the outside. 3-wall play. Inaki forced to dig it out. He does. Big bounce. Benny goes up for it. Benny inside placement. Amigarena looking for the Rabote. It opens up as a 2-wall. Benny's got it in the air again. Benny lower and harder. Be another Rabote. Amigarena lines it up. Zuleika inside placement. Caught in the air. Amigarena. Great positioning. Zuleika low and hard now on the bounce. Takes Amigarena to the middle of the court. Back over the top. Here's Benny now. Good pick up overhead. Strong throw. They're going to let that one pass. Inaki digs it out. Fall down. Rabote save. Benny from the 9 line. Sidearm throw. Amigarena steps up. What a catch right off the numbers. Benny reaching out for it. Slows it down with the forehand. 3 walls. Actually 2 walls. Amigarena stepped in there to cut it off. Here's Amigarena. Backhand to the inside. Benny from the 10. Higher and harder. That is riding the sidewall. Cutting close. Inaki's got it again. Zuleika just flicks it up. Inaki on the Costado. Inside placement. Benny. That's past him. Digs out the Rabote on the backhand. Inaki switching from left to right. Hard forehand. Scoop by Benny. The backhand didn't have control. That sailed to the overhead screen where it's out of play.
Wow. What a point.
What a point. 5-4 advantage for the Fireballs. Inaki and Amigarena have a possible set point.
I know Amigarena is new to the program. I know Inaki's coming back, but look at Benny out there. Look at who he's on the court with. Look at who Benny is on the court with.
Tough. I mean, tough to fault him there. I mean, scooped it up, but you can just tell that ate him up and didn't have control. Perhaps could have been a juggle there, but either way, point goes.
If the judge can't see it, he
to
can't
the
call
Fireballs,
it.
yeah.
Best views are always from comfy chairs behind screens.
Yeah. Closer you are to the inside, far back. Now that helps with that call, and those judges see where they're positioned outside. Rabote save by Inaki. Big bounce controlled by Benny. Another strong backhand, kicking up and out. Rabote comes up the middle. Here's Benny. Amigarena on the left side. Awful backhand, stopped up overhead. Here's Zuleika. Amigarena ripped that one off the sidewall. What a catch. The backhand just clears. Zuleika backpedal, stops at the 3 line, turns it low and hard.
What a
Picked
catch.
up on the bounce. Benny coming cross court. He's got it on the forehand. Back over the top. No play for Inaki, and it's missed on the bounce.
5-5.
We are tied up at 5-5. This is set point. Chargers serve.
I mean, I don't know how you get closer. The game day is match by match, and we're at 5-5 in the first set. How do you get close? How do you get two teams closer than this?
You can't, Stu.
Numbers-wise.
Amiga Reina, how about his performance in his first ever top-ranked doubles match? A little bit of a different pace, but he stood in there, and his catching is getting better.
Game by game, match by match. I mean, that's...
And that one, he just ripped off the sidewall deep in the backcourt. Spectacular. There's the serve. Cutting inside. That ace serve will end the opening set in favor of the Chargers. They take it 6-5. 2 minutes. We will play set number 2.
No one knows that bullet serve better than Zulaika.
Wow. What a way to end it. Chargers come back, win the final 2 points. They take it 6-5.
Each one of the teams has a server on it that can do that. Obviously, is Benny sweating? I don't think I've ever seen him sweat like that before. Look at that. But as I was saying, each one of the teams has one of the big servers on it. Zulaika, of course, for the Chargers. And that's a guy who can ace in doubles. Carballo, of course, can do it. Gaucheri can do it.
Yeah, when you start backing up on those powerful serves, as Amiga Reina did right there, and they cross and drop low, it's tough to line it up as you're running out of space. It's a beautiful serve there to close it out. 6-5 in favor of the Chargers. See some replays. Yeah, I mean...
Tough for Bote's save there by Amiga Reina.
And he's learned that fairly well. I remember I noted in the first match, he went for one front way, so he probably should have let come out. In this match, he's been very patient. Everything tends to come out on this court, meaning you can play those rebotes. You're not forced to take the ball in the air quite as much as you might be in a traditional court.
I mean, I know this is only our second day of 2024 Highline here in Battle Court Magic City, but there's a different feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, this
coming out of 2023. Yeah, it's
with
just
these fireballs. Look at the Karen by Inaki.
Just beautifully,
gorgeous,
beautifully executed.
Even the crowd. I mean, those are players not involved in the fans, players, family, not involved in the game day. They were loving that one. That's the catch I'm talking about. Just ripped it off the numbers.
Yeah, Amiga, that was just beautifully done by Amiga Reina. But look at this serve.
Yeah, I mean, look at where he's crossing. He's backing up. He's running.
That crosses the side, and Amiga Reina knows. He knows he's at the back wall. He's got no room to turn around and make it. That ball crossed the sidewall behind the 12 line, about waist, knee level. That's beautiful. There we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings players cage. Amiga Reina, who we've been talking about there on the right side of the screen. Cabrera with 2 wins under his belt in the hoodie. Jed Hernandez, Ferranda. We're in the last match of the game day for Battle Court. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Squeaker there, 6-5 in favor of the Chargers, Zulaika and Benny. Move on to our second obligatory set. Inaki will have the serve for the Fireballs.
Fourth set today, where we've gone 6-5, and that doesn't include what we saw on Friday night, where there seemed to be about 5 or 6 more of those. Been a competitive season so far, and as you noted, only 2 game days in. It's going to be a fun 2024. Second set, ready to begin. Fireballs will have the serve. That's Inaki, front quarter, handling the serving responsibilities. There's a serve. Our second set is underway. Well run to the inside. Here's Amiga Reina backhand. Step by Benny at the 11. Rebote, forehand. Inaki keeps it inside. Here's Benny charging up at the 9 line. Well runner now. Amiga Reina steps up, takes it in on the left side. This one comes shooting off the back wall. Zulaika, a quick turn on the rebote. Amiga Reina again, backhand. And he steps up. Finally able to get this one to pass. Inaki, forehand rebote. Zulaika backed up to the 10 line, takes it in. Hard throw right in the corner. Amiga Reina now lines it up. What a catch up the wall. Amiga Reina comes down with the ball. This is right up the middle. Rebote left side. Zulaika trying to turn it into a 2-wall, but that's too low. First point of our second set goes to the Fireballs. Robote, forehand. Inaki drops it back over the top to the inside. Benny, at the last second, kicking way up. He makes the play. Big backhand. Here's the Robote coming out. Inaki on the left side just drops it over the pad. Here's Benny now, 10 line. Low runner. Miguelina forced to step up. He scooped it up. Low runner inside on the wall. That is tipped. Nice throw by Benny. Ties it up. 1-1.
The energy on the court just tremendous. Communication between partners. I mean, Zulaika and Benny now have a few seasons under their belt as far as their partnership is concerned. Miguelina and Inaki's communication spot on.
Robote forehand. Zulaika keeps it inside. Just missed. Trying to line it up off the side wall. In and out of the basket it goes.
That was a tough one. Tough one. That ball comes, anytime the ball has contact with the surface, the spin changes ever so slightly. And when you're talking about 100, 125, 130, 150 miles an hour, that spin makes all the difference in the world when it's spinning into your cesta and you're trying to catch it.
What a serve by Zulaika. That is an ace.
Perfect serve.
3-1 lead for the Chargers.
Absolutely perfect serve. Deep to the box, straight to the corner. Miguelina has no room.
Yeah, and also Inaki.
For mistake. I mean, he could, it is possible to catch, but.
Inaki looked like he was trying to cut that off and at the last second pulled out of the way. He gave a double chest tap. He was backcourt, said, hey, that's my bad. Kind of screened him. Inaki went for that serve. Just knocked it down. 4-1 lead for Zulaika and Benny.
Feeling the pressure to pick the serve, take a little pressure off of Miguelina. If you don't have it, don't do it. That's certainly within Inaki's capability of making that catch. But Zulaika, again, as we said earlier, one of the best serves on the roster. You're going to step out in front of it.
What a catch, backed up to the glass. Miguelina keeps it inside. Here's Benny now from the 10. Robote left side. Zulaika drops it inside. Inaki gets there. Backhand. Forehand Robote played inside. Inaki calls him off from the outside. It's going to be a big bounce. Benny controls it. From the 10 line, sidearm play, just out of reach. And back to Miguelina in the corner. Benny out of the way. There's a Robote played inside. Miguelina steps out. Inaki on a 2-wall. Out. Good effort. That kicks off the court and out of play. 5-1 lead for Zulaika and Benny. Have a possible set and a possible match point. Ball missed off the serve, point, set, and match. Zulaika and Benny take it in straight sets, winning 6-5, 6-1. Folks, stay tuned for the post-game show. That'll be coming your way momentarily.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karam. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Goes Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
So Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's goes Sherry, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Battle Court post-game show. The Chargers pick up the game day win 5-2.5 over the Fireballs. Let's cut to those highlights we saw right behind us on this great game day, Stu. I mean, it seemed like great energy from the start, back and forth the entire way until the Chargers kind of separated themselves there at the end. Going back to this first singles match, Inaki versus Zulaika.
Did not know what to expect out of this Fireballs team, or a number of them as individuals who've only had practice experience on the court. But we started off with two players with tremendous experience on the court, obviously Inaki and Zulaika. Zulaika coming out on top. Inaki, though, a great showing for someone just coming back from basically 2023, which was a year of injury and illness for Inaki that kept him off the court. His catching was spot on. Not quite as aggressive as I'm used to seeing him play as far as the shots are concerned, but overall doing a good job just defensive play. Andrew agrees completely.
Yeah, completely still. Ball missed there on the inside.
For the record, he was printing out a piece of paper and he decided to take a look at it. See, you froze the screen.
How's everything to go haywire here? But that first win goes to Zulaika of the Chargers. This was an exciting second match here. 5th-ranked doubles, El Barba and Benny against Hernandez up in the front, and Cabrera, both players making their debut.
Yeah, so as far as excitement goes, Hernandez has a 20-plus year career as a backcourter, including at least one world championship that I know of back around, let's say, 2013, 2012, somewhere in there, I believe. Again, I'm just pulling that out of my head, but... So to see him playing as a front courter at Magic City, which is just how this pairing with this expansion team worked, was exciting. He was looking forward to it. It was up to the challenge. But I'll tell you something. El Barba was just spot on in that first match. He was just spot on in this first match. But got to tell you, impressed with Hernandez in the front court.
Nice drop shot there, showing you a little touch from the left side. 2 bounces before Benny could make his way up to it.
And Cabrera having a little difficulty early on with the overhead screen and then just focusing. But I'll tell you something, that one worked for El Barba the first time, not the second time. Split placement scores.
Yeah, split him up. Backcourter liked it.
For Hernandez.
Rightfully so. It's a great shot.
Again, so powerful on that backhand. Benny with a uncharacteristic miss. Benny was spot on in the match that we just watched, the last match of the day.
Yeah, Hernandez and Cabrera coming back after that Mr. Bote by Benny. They take it in 3 sets, winning the final set 6-3.
Giving the Fireballs their first win for 2024. And
in a temporary lead on the game day, but then Iturbide and Ubia against Fronton and Migarena. What a performance by this Chargers second-ranked team. A nice throw from Migarena there, straight to the outside. And he's going to get more comfortable with these shots. how they open up, how they react on this court, shooting one early there. And how about Iturbide? He's come a long way from the days where we saw a bunch of Costado 2-walls mixing in some nice drop shots there. And look at this from Ubia, the backhand 2-wall, just landing in, rattling around in the cage.
Yeah, Ubia played beautifully today. Some solid catching, good power on both sides like we're used to seeing.
Good highlight from Ferronda there.
Drop shot by Ferronda to the inside, beautifully executed.
Another one.
Iturbide had a great, I remember this, had a dead-on read, read Ferronda's body language and just...
Right to him.
Exactly, he was right there and threw the kill shot. Iturbide, you see him taking a peek there. Throw the ball where your opponent's not, and look at Ferronda. Ferronda just reaching out and grabbing it.
One-handed grab, beautifully done. Oh, and then going for it up overhead, just takes his eye off it.
Right off the tip.
Ball missed, Iturbide and Ubia, straight set victory, 6-4, 6-2. And then Bradley and Cabrera, very interesting match. Didn't know how to assess this one going into it.
Had no idea how this was going to go
even.
Because Bradley obviously is one of the 2018 originals. Players trained from scratch to play professional Jai-Alai here at Magic City. Chris Cabrera has more years of experience than Bradley, just not on this court. This was his singles debut, and he hung in there catch for catch and throw for throw, and took it to 3 sets.
Look at this effort by Bradley. Dig out that rebote, just sent it up in the overhead screen. A difficult guy to play against in your first matchup. You see that, I mean, just throws the outside placement an inch above the pad, and that's a devastating shot. And then Cabrera here, fall down, 2-wall rebote, just beat Bradley to the net. Now the third set here, this rebote by Bradley stays inside.
Great catch by Cabrera. Backhand 2-all.
Well, the soft touch too.
Yeah.
Just got him.
So that was the holding call at the end. One too many steps.
Yeah.
The ball has to be set. Once you make the catch, basket has to stay in constant motion. You can squeak out a step. It's not a question of how many steps. So it's a frequent question. How many steps? It's not a question of steps. You can take a bunch of mini steps if you want. It just has to be one fluid motion. There you saw the hitch after he made the catch on the screen.
I think traveling in basketball, I mean, there is perhaps a set rule as to the amount of steps you can take, but
Okay.
you're a little bit liberal where that's concerned. Sometimes you get 2, sometimes 2.5. If it looks good, they usually let it slide.
Andrew has a big grin on his face because he knows he mentions basketball, and I just kind of glaze over like, yes. You have to be careful with the net in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, netball.
Netball, yes.
Yeah, look at that from El Barba back into match number 5 here. That's Jedin Hernandez against El Barba and Ubia. What a drop shot that was. And Jedin, nice highlight of his own. He wanted it so bad we had to review it. And that's a great call there by the back judge. And we said.
And you see El Barba pointing out, the judge pointing in.
No. And the call did stand. That was in.
They reviewed it.
Well, the Chargers lost their challenge at that point. Didn't really need it the rest of the day. Outside placement, that one just out of reach of Jedin.
Was very impressed with Barba's play all day today.
One-handed scoop attempt by Ubia on the inside. Thought that perhaps Fireballs were going to make a comeback, but that final point is set number 2. El Barba and Ubia closed it out. Straight set victory, 6-4, 6-5, which brought us to the top-ranked doubles match, the final one of the day. Inaki and Amigarena for the Fireballs against Zuleika and Benny.
Boy, Amigarena is a quick study, isn't he?
Tell you what, I mean,
the difference between his first match and his second match.
Now he's going to be
in the first
very solid this season.
His backhand is just so. Yeah, I know Zuleika cut him up with some just really aggressive serves, but overall, just the difference that he made in one day of play. It's like that is one thing that is true about Magic City. You can come out here and get reps. You can get as much practice in as you want, but really the pace of the game day really is what is going to determine how you play.
Absolutely.
Catches like that. That one is that the one you called it? There was one sidewall catch that you called them out on. But serves like this are just too much.
Yeah, it's devastating. Backing up.
It's just way too much.
Dropping low now into our second set. 2-wall kicks wide.
Inaki has one that just lands wide. Frustration from Inaki. That was towards the end. We have another blasted serve,
Look at
just
that one.
in and out of the cesta.
Serves coming in hard here towards the end. That one missed. Both sets ending on an ace. Zulaika and Benny in straight sets get the win. More importantly, the game day win for the Chargers team. And 5.5 points to start off this game day, just 2.5 for the Fireballs. So pull up those full season standings. Again, we've had 4 of our 6 teams played so far. So a little bit of numbers. Yeah, look at that, Stu. Some changes up there. 5.5 points for the Chargers, half point ahead of the Renegades. See the Warriors there, 3 points. Fireballs in their debut come away with 2.5. Cyclones and Devils. Well, we're going to see the Cyclones tomorrow against the Warriors. We'll see the Devils in action for the first time this upcoming Friday night against the Fireballs. The two teams not have any points so far in our Spring 24 season. Player of the day, Stu, came down to the last match. This was a pretty close contest. Game day was close, so was this player of the day.
And there were a couple of candidates. Clearly Cabrera on his first day of professional play here at Magic City. Definitely a candidate with 2 wins. But the dominating force of Zulaika. Did I put 2 Z's there? It sounded like I put 2.
Yeah,
I know that his name
perhaps.
is pronounced Zulaika. I don't know why I put 2 Z's with that. Make sure I'm checked out by a neurologist before I leave the building. Anyway, Zulaika's dominance on the right side was absolutely fantastic, especially in those serves. And he turns up the pressure at the end. He did it consistently throughout the day. Zulaika, without question, is player of the day.
Had a couple minutes to speak with him. Let's hear from the number 1 player of the Chargers. Hey everybody, we are here with Zulaika of the Chargers, player of the day. How does it feel to get that first game day win under your belt in your first attempt?
Feels very good, especially after the previous seasons. We didn't start very well, and this season finally we get a W on the first game day. So very happy for me, very happy for the team, and we got to continue like that.
Yeah, how do you guys continue that play and ultimately get back to where you want in the playoffs in that championship?
Yeah, I think there's no secret in Jai-Alai, right? We got to practice, we got to improve our errors, strengthen our good plays, continue like that, be focused, and try to finish in the first 4 positions to make the playoffs, and then hopefully make it to the championship.
Yeah, great start for you guys today. Congratulations, Zulaika, our player of the day for today. Thank you, Zulaika. Great playing. That was Zulaika, our player of the day for today, representing the Chargers. All 3 seasons he's been with us in Battle Court.
So I did get a memo telling me that the 2024 season of Battle Court has begun. So I came into work, and I understand that this is only day 2.
Day 2, and I think I saw, 45 game days, I think?
That's a hell of a season.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of highlight just 2 days in, and we'll be back tomorrow. Don't have to wait all too long. It's going to be the Cyclones against the Warriors. Warriors playing for the second time. This will be the matches in order. One new name that you're going to hear, Lopez, coming from overseas here. Be playing tomorrow with Ikeda in the first match. Ikeda and Lopez against Douglas and Julian. Then Carballo against Manny in singles. Former teammates going at it. That's going to be a lot of fun. Bueno and Manu take on Correa and Nicholas. Then Ikeda against Julian. Followed by Flores and Lopez against Correa and Manny. We'll close it out with a top-ranked doubles. Always fun when we have that. Carballo and Manu against Douglas and Nicholas. Again, join us tomorrow. We'll have the Cyclones and Warriors going at it beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. He's Stu Nyman. I'm Andrew Blackman. We'll be back here tomorrow for some more highlight in our Spring 24 season.
See you at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Jairo, do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys.